Ish. Here we go. Now we're live. You all right, Yax? Can you hear me, Yaxley?
I can. I just like to.
Yeah. I was going, hello, hello. That used to be my voice answering machine. I'd go, hello, hello, hello. Speak up. I can't hear you. And I'd do that for a minute or so. And then I say, now I'm only kidding. It's my voice. My voice. Leave a note. People used to go fucking airless saying, listen, I've been fucking shouting and bawling.
I like to refresh the YouTube stream and then mute it. And it takes a few seconds because StreamYard's in front. That was my problem there.
Yeah. No, I do that on my voicemail. I go, hello, hello. Can you speak up? I can't hear you. No, hello. And they fucking shouting and fucking performing. Oh, Yaxley, what the fuck, man? What
have you been up to since the last time I spoke to you?
Well, I did have a look at some fireworks, although they're pretty tedious at my age. You think, what the fuck? I've seen enough of these. So,
yeah, not my thing anymore.
No, not my thing, but, I thought, well, and my dog don't give a flying fuck about them. Not a hoot. He would sit there. If you did him in the garden, he wouldn't care. Hello, Glenn. Is what's her name still there? What's her name? Sofa. Is Sofa still with you, Glenn? I'm sure she is, because I thought it was about 3 weeks.
Just grabbing a pizza. I hope it's not a pepperoni one.
I hope it's not a fucking Domino's.
That was a penis joke, pepperoni.
Do you know Domino's? I can think of nothing fucking worse on the planet to eat.
Oh, well, do you know what, right? I went away, as you know, Saturday, the other Saturday, the 25th, was it? Something? I don't know, whatever. And this is how my day started. I'll be quick. I was supposed to get up at 5. I woke up at 20 to 5 in the morning. I was supposed to leave at 7. I fucking put my tracker on and I noticed Donald Trump had left Washington on Air Force One. So I messaged everyone and I said, right, we've got to be there.
As many stones as you could.
I said, no, I said, we've got to be there at 9 o'clock because if he fucking lands, we're going to start the week off seeing Air Force One. Let's go. So everyone's going from all over the UK. Everyone's got to be there. And then we got there about 9, actually, maybe just after. And it takes about 5 hours to set everything up. So I wanted to get there, get it all done. Man United kicked off at 5:30. And at about 9:30, we watched as fucking Trump tailed over Cornwall and went to fucking Germany. And we were like, oh, brilliant. But the reason I'm saying this is because we did get set up by 5. I did get United on at 5:30. And guess what the first thing I did was? Order a Domino's pizza. Because they're amazing. So I disagree with you. But that's just me. So, yeah. Oh, she's gone then. So if anyone else wants their fucking panels killing, I charge £5 an hour. How's it going? CEO. I don't know some of these accounts in the chat, so fucking whatever. Oh, it's changed. It's done that weird shit, hasn't it? Where it all goes fucking mad. Tracy, you still muted? She's muted. I think she's... She'll be back. She'll be back.
No, I thought, where the fuck are my mods? Nobody's in blue. And what the fuck? Yeah. So I just started modding now because I didn't know what the fuck.
Do you know, that did that to me, but I just assumed it's because I hadn't been on for like years.
No, I don't know.
Oh, I've got one. Oh.
All of my mods are gone. Hang on. Yeah, I've done you in community.
In London, in October 22, you did me.
Hey, shush you. So, where to begin? Well, for me, about a week ago, I got changed. I got sent a screenshot of fucking Fatty talking to talking to the nutty knife woman, Wyoming. And she said, oh, watch, they won't shut up. You watch, they just can't stop. So I thought, oh, right, I'll prove a point here. So I took down everything. All that I left up, if you look at my channel, is shorts and 2 videos to Braden.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, let's see. So I went about my business and got off and done my shit. And I thought, let's see, maybe this time she's serious. Well, fuck me. Within 2 days, she was off. And during that time, she made multiple posts, a video, some fucking place or other, on an unlisted channel. I don't know whether she's hiding it from Frank or what the fuck she's playing at with that. So, yeah. So I was like, what the fuck? But I wanted to make that point. Now, she said that she was done about 8 days ago. She said, watch, they just can't stop.
Can I just say it was longer than that, because I was going away on the 25th. And I knew I wouldn't be on YouTube. So I was like, well, I won't be, even if I wanted to, I won't be, because I'm away in a field for a fucking week with fucking 15 of my mates.
Oh, hang on, I sent it to you in Telegram when it happened, and I'll tell you what happened then. It was the day after, the same day that Country Joe left the earth. So whatever day that Country Joe passed is the day that she said, the day before she had said, watch, they can't stop. To that mad, crazy Rambo fucking woman. So, you know, I thought, right, well, less show willing. I took down everything. And I thought, and the other thing that made me do that was I realized she was batshit crazy. Crazier than we thought. We always knew she was as mad as a shithouse rat. But I realised she's actually further gone than we think, because, listen, she's at this near-death brush with death, which I disbelieve more so now, because who would then be making posts saying, I'm not going to stop until I die, and shit like that? And I thought, she's loopy. She's prepared to spend the last years of her life and her kids' last years with her just doing this online, man. That's it. That's what is that fucking crazy.
Got nothing else.
And I figured this. If you look with karma, and I said this before, when Katie first had the stroke, nobody was really saying much to her. I was actually, I think, arguing with Tiffany or some shit. Nobody was saying anything to her, and it struck me, and I said this a few weeks ago. We interfere with karma sometimes when we try to pay back and we meet the negative energy with negative energy. We kind of stopping karma. Karma kicked her far better. She ain't, look at the size of her. Well, that was her karma from 10 years of being online. So I couldn't hurt her any more than her looking like she fucking did. That's the ultimate kick, to ruin your own body. You know what I mean? And to look like that, under 50, for fuck's sake. I wouldn't want to look like that at 60. But fucking hell. No, seriously. There's nothing on this earth would make me live like that. Nothing. When they pointed out and said, you do not become anyone fat, I had a look. And there's one particular Christmas, one of me, ironically out eating food. And I got this red Christmas jumper on. And I was like a fucking jolly little Santa. I wasn't massive, but it was there. And I said to my daughter, why the fuck didn't you tell me? She said, you was happy. I said, I'm not fucking happy now. Oh my God, listen, I haven't been able to ride the bike when it's really pissing down. I'm walking in the rain and anything to not fucking even be fucking 4 to 5 pounds over. See, so
Sorry, cough.
Sophie's still got a moderator because Sophie's blue.
That was. Can I just say, I've just found that screenshot. It was 2-3 days before I went away. So it's like the 22nd or the 23rd of October because I went away on the 25th.
Right, and we're now on the 5th of November, but she's been going hardcore for about a week.
Oh, she's been attacking fucking Nikki, Amber, everyone. Everyone's in on the conspiracy. We're all in it together.
Hey, Sophie, you good? You still in Canada? Or are you back in the USA? I thought it was 3 weeks. It's only been about a week, hasn't it? So I'm guessing that you are. To me, I don't listen, you know, she can make fucking fun of my age. I honestly believe that if you look at it and take her word that it was a stroke, okay? I personally believe she tried to commit suicide because Frank was leaving. The more I look back over it, Frank was going, she was Penny was recording her and she was saying things like, I know he loves me and I love him and I miss him so much. So there was a bit of distance between them. I believe she self-harmed. I believe she either didn't.
Completely agree.
Because if it was a stroke, she wouldn't be taking these chances. Because if I'll do it now. Hang on. Let me fucking find something to do it with. Here we go. Agree.
Hello, Sofa, by the way. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good journey if you're still in Canada or, hope it went well.
What are you talking about? A court case? What court case are we on about?
I don't know.
Someone with Penny. Sofa let Roman know that the rabbit's latest plaything is now in court on the 18th. Sounds interesting. Yaxley, you have a minute and I'll get an answer.
Okay. What about? Yeah, so Fatty said, well, before I went away, just watch, they won't stop. And I had no choice, really. I was away. In fact, people who speak to me privately know I've not even been doing voice notes because I've always been with someone. I had my brother staying with me in my van. And then in the morning, we all meet up, have coffees, do shit, and then we're all on a piss. So people who speak to me privately will know I've not even been sending voice clips out. I've been texting because I've been in company, shall we say. So, nice one, Katie. We all stopped and you carried on. Fucking fat lion, deluded cunt. Am I allowed to say that anymore on it? Karma is wicked. Yep. Well, what Fatty said. Yeah, Fatty says a lot. She says a lot. She's delusional. Did you know, CEO, that you, Glenn, Sofa, Jane, me, Tracy, Tiffany, Nikki, Amber, all of us, anyone you know, we're all working together on shit. Anyone that anyone knows, we're all working together behind the scenes on a master plan. I have no idea what it is yet, but we are working on it. I'm the getaway driver. Just what
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Welcome to the street.
Right, so this is what I asked Gemini. The effects on the body of a 50-year-old obese woman, because she was obese and she still is, who's had a stroke with a you know what I'm trying to say, with a lazy fucking lifestyle. So this is the answer. Hang on. I can make a spliff then.
And age significantly increases the risk for further health complications and can severely impact recovery and quality of life. Here are the primary effects and risks associated with a 50-year-old obese woman with a sedentary lifestyle following a stroke. Cardiovascular and metabolic risks. Increased risk of recurrent stroke. The underlying risk factors that contributed to the first stroke, obesity, high blood pressure, etc., are compounded by a sedentary lifestyle, leading to a much higher risk of a second stroke. Cardiovascular disease, CVD, progression. Being sedentary and obese accelerates the development of conditions like hypertension, high blood pressure, a major risk factor for stroke. Type 2 diabetes. Obesity and inactivity severely impair the body's ability to manage blood sugar. High cholesterol/dyslipidemia contributes to the hardening and narrowing of arteries, atherosclerosis. Worsened cardiorespiratory fitness. Sedentary behavior leads to a decline in heart and lung function, making even light physical activities difficult and contributing to severe fatigue after stroke. Musculoskeletal and functional decline. Functional disability. The stroke itself may cause motor impairments like hemiparesis or muscle weakness. A sedentary lifestyle compounds this by causing further muscle loss, sarcopenia/tissue wasting. Inactivity causes muscles to atrophy, especially in the limbs affected by the stroke, which impairs mobility. Reduced functional capacity. Difficulty with daily activities like walking, dressing, and bathing, leading to greater dependence on others. Increased risk of falls and injuries. Muscle weakness, poor balance from the stroke, and excess body weight make falls more likely, which can result in serious injuries, especially fractures. Joint issues. Excess weight places significant stress on joints, increasing the risk and severity of osteoarthritis and limiting the ability to participate in rehabilitation. Mental and psychological health. Post-stroke fatigue, PSF. This is common after a stroke, and a sedentary lifestyle can both contribute to and be aggravated by chronic fatigue. Depression and anxiety, reduced mobility, social isolation, and the cumulative effects of chronic illness are strongly linked to poor mental health outcomes. Other complications. Sleep apnea. Obesity is a significant risk factor for obstructive sleep apnea, which in turn is linked to increased stroke risk and can worsen daytime fatigue. Inflammation. Excess fat tissue is metabolically active and releases inflammatory markers, which can damage blood vessels and further contribute to cardiovascular risk. It's important to understand that while stroke recovery can be challenging, even small increases in light-intensity physical activity and efforts toward managing weight can significantly reduce these risks and improve the long-term prognosis. Would you like to know about potential rehabilitation strategies or lifestyle?
No, I would not. Look, what can I possibly do to her that she hasn't done to herself? I wouldn't be able to look in the mirror if I was her and be happy with myself. She probably haven't seen her pubic hair or her feet for a very fucking long time. Seriously, she must look repugnant because she can say, oh, I had the fat removed. Fuck off, you fat cunt. Like, fuck did you? If you did, like, we'd be seeing like these silly filtered fucking pictures. I don't feel I have to do anything to her. And I honestly know that if I sit back, long enough, that I'm going to hear, have you heard about Katie? There's no other way it can go. What good do you think can possibly come of this? There's the negative energy too, Yaxley. You know, it's the whole fucking shaboodle.
Yeah, she's full of it. The amount of people who I've spoke to recently who say you can see evil in her eyes. You can actually see it if you look into her eyes. And then I point out that the nose that she's got, and then we all have a laugh. But yeah, you can see it. She's fucking evil. Do you know what I mean? She's a fucking evil.
Well, no, she, Urban Disciple talking to James D said she has the exact face that goes with the evil character. The way she behaves, the face is spot on. It's a match.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way I was saying this the other day to someone as well. Katie, if you're listening, it took me a week to get you out in the spotlight, right? But thank you, because there is no way. I mean, I fucking destroyed you in a week with your first Nazi white supremacist LARP, and anyone with a brain knew from that moment on. But I just want to thank you, Katie, because when I forced you out in the spotlight because you're a gimp.
Oh, it was better than you could have even imagined, wasn't it?
I could, Katie, if I tried a million times to expose you, I could not have exposed you as much as you exposed yourself.
Yeah.
You showed everyone in a complete community full of strangers what a massive piece of shit you are. And that's why you're not getting your love arts anymore. You absolutely, unbelievably, and totally and utterly exposed who you are and who you've been for 16 fucking years. You absolute dumb fuck.
And I would like to say, you know, listen, I know, just remember I said this. As sure as God made little green apples, I lay money. Anyone want to take £100 fucking bet with me? By this time next year, Katie will either be the same fucking place as Country Joe, or she will be fucking proper bedridden and fucking drooling. And seriously, that's the only fucking place this can go now.
Yeah, while we're on the subject of Country Joe, I didn't know Country Joe very well. I had no reason to not like
awful.
her. Shocking news. And I mean, even that has not been left untouched with dignity. You know, even that's been dragged all over YouTube. People are fucked up, man. Swear to God. But anyway, you know.
What I found the most amazing part of it all was people discussing going searching records as if it was their fucking business. My mind, you know, to blatantly admit that you're corpse stalking to me, that's next level weird shit. You know, there was a reason why there was a big debate and a to-do over the Chang thing. One was the wrong fucking city twice. There was a lot of work went into before it was called. There was 3 or 4 years past before I was saying all along privately, after about 6 months, 7 months, when the audio started dropping of Monty saying he'd called this police department. Well, hang on, Frank Chang didn't live there. So why the fuck? And secondly, we'd searched all the blotters. The woman who I was searching with, she was actually a police dispatcher. She was able to look at the police blotters. There was no gun crime. There was no suicide. There was fuck all. There wasn't even a car stolen that fucking night. There was nothing going on. So there was a lot of reasons why we went down that rabbit hole. And I still have strong beliefs on that. But sometimes I got to play devil's advocate because there are people who think differently. So I usually put it off, well, or whatever happened. But this was like days within the woman, and, you know, there was no real beef between them, was it? There wasn't like the beefs going on over this fucking community, if you like, which have always been pretty fucking bad.
Well, listen, I was away, so I'm glad I missed it. I missed the whole week, really. Very little and was only caught up. But I got now to saying it apart from if there was any way that CJ had faked her death, doesn't that just show you the vile pieces of shit on YouTube she was trying to fucking get away from? To even think that someone might have faked their death to get away from this place, that just shows you the people you're dealing with for someone to be in that mindset. Do you get me? But I believe it's not the case. So rest in peace, CJ, man.
She's funny as fuck, that woman was. The first time I ever come across her was she was doing the Toff song. You know, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever heard her, and I thought, this woman is fucking funny.
Yeah, there was a few parodies, few songs that CJ did that I caught that were good.
Yeah,
I didn't know her. You know, I didn't know her at all. I spoke to her maybe a couple of times or said that, you know, I didn't know her. So it's just, I just think it's really sad that I don't know. This place, man, it's fucked up. Fucked up.
Well,
having seen the way Katie operates, right? Having seen for myself over the last 3 or 4 years, when I weren't initially interested in the history of everything, having seen how she operates, I now understand, and I hope everyone else understands. All you've got to do is go to her channel to understand that she definitely had something to do with Chang's death. The way she fucking went after him, recorded him, exposed things about him, lied about him, smeared about him. That's what I take from this. So when you see someone like CJ's case, either, sadly as it happens, they passed away, or they might have faked passing away, you just think, fucking hell, what mindset must these people be in on YouTube when they're dealing with cunts like Katie? And it's as simple as that. So it's all swings and roundabouts. It goes right the way round, from Chang right the way round. This is what happens on here. People either get very, very ill like Chang did and end up taking their life because of people like Katie, or they end up faking it or just wanting to get away. I don't know. It just makes you wonder what they're dealing with in their head,
Well, for me, the fact that how she behaved to Nikki, and there were things said like, I'm not going to stop until I die. And the way that she accused Nikki of stalking her child and things like that. The same with Amber. For me, that was the vindication of, there we go. This is the behaviour that Chang put up with.
Yeah.
This is exactly what happened with Chang.
Yeah.
Chang made good with me and a woman called Natasha, who was Phil's ex. Now, it only dawned on me a few weeks ago when I thought, fuck, that's what her big problem was with me. I was busy friends with the woman that Phil dumped to be with Katie. And then it all started to make more sense to me because I thought, fuck, how did I not realise that before? Well, what happened was, you see the attack on the southern latrine. You're speaking to Tracy and Natasha. This is not going to stop. You better get Kevlar, bitch. And then think of what she was saying to Nikki. I'm not going to stop till I die. That's what she was saying to Nikki.
She said to Amber, you don't decide when it ends, I do. She's
well, that's
some fucking complete and utter fucking nut job.
Some obese cunt, let's be real. She couldn't even get off the sofa. Frank, the other week, there was a live stream and she put her camera on. She looked nothing like she's been claiming, okay?
No.
And Frank said, stand up to show me you've got feet. He said, I'm not going to stand up, I'm sitting down. Now, that told me, because if you said to me now, stand up, there we go, I'm stood up. Now I'm sat down again. Why would she say, no, I'm sat down right now? Because it would be a struggle to get out the chair.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I only put on, it was £11, which is 2 bags of potatoes in Britain, 2.5 kilo a bag, and 2 bags of sugar. Now, if you put that in a carrier bag, that's fucking heavy, actually. 2 bags of potatoes and 2 bags of sugar. Now, once I lost that weight and a little bit more, I'm walking much easier. I'm cycling further. I'm climbing higher. And I was pretty good before, but now I'm even better. Now, if you think that I was carrying 2 bags of potatoes and 2 bags of sugar, Katie was probably carrying 50 bags of potatoes, actually.
I know.
And about 30 bags of sugar. So before we go on, need to address the skinny gimp, Norman, because I know he's watching. I know he's stalking, the little hostage that he is. So, have we got a screen share going on? Yeah, we got a screen share.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Now, as you can see, I was pretty fucking ill. You can see I look like I'm dying, because I literally was dying. So that would be that. The reason I'm showing you that is keep looking, because I'm going to bring up something else now. Share this tab instead. Now let's see if that works. Now there is where that image come from. That was a public post on my Facebook. So you can see the top left is, I think, about 2 weeks before I was diagnosed with cancer. Now people were saying to me, "You don't look well, Tracy, you all right? You look tired." And I was thinking, fuck off, I'm 50. What the fuck? You know, I'm over 50. What are you expecting? I didn't realise how fucking rough I looked, okay? Only when I went to the doctors and I said, "Look, I got this lump under my arm. It's been there about a year." She said, "You've lost a lot of weight." And it was then that it fucking dawned on me, fuck, this might be serious, you know? Because then I thought, yes, I'm wearing age 12 jeans. I was wearing 12-year-old jeans, Yax. All my Levi's were hanging off me. I couldn't even with a belt. I looked fucking like death. So that image that Frank likes to share, the top image on the left, that was my journey. So that was me about 2 weeks before I was diagnosed. Then the second picture, where I've got a bit of a tan on, I think that was about maybe 2-3 months later. And this was after fucking seriously fucking starting to eat, drinking protein drinks, doing anything to fucking, and I was eating greens and spoonful of garlic every morning with honey. It was insane. And then you see, then I'm still skinny faced there. Now, as you come down to the middle 3, that's 6 months plus on. And then if you look at the last 3, the last one I take is 9 months from diagnosis, okay? Now, what's interesting is Frank only likes to show the first one, that which is my worst one, okay? Because I had cancer, obviously, and undiagnosed fucking cancer. So now I've opened myself up to a little dig there, yes. So now we're going to look at something else. Chit chat away, Yaxley. I'm going to be a minute.
Can I just explain something? When see all of this, you carry on with that, but all of this about attacked my children, right? Let me explain for everyone in the chat. So there's this account, Kramer History, whatever it's called. Katie thinks that if she says it's me, Tracy, Glenn, Sofa, Tony, who's not even been around for 3 years, Nikki, Amber, or whoever like speaks to it or says it's okay, whatever. This is her logic. If she thinks that you are that account, and she reels off a list of fucking several people who she thinks is sharing that account, that means you've then gone at her kids, because Kramer History did a few posts saying, "Can you hear her kid screaming in the background?" She's on the internet when her kid needs her attention. So just to clear that up, that's why everyone has always, in the history of the world, attacked Katie's kid, because we're all that channel, even though I'm not it and I don't know who it is. And to the best of my knowledge, I don't speak to anyone privately who is.
Well, in my...
Because Katie's reeled off a list of names that she thinks it is, without any proof at all, then that's why everyone, and in years to come, she'll say, oh, that person, yeah, that's a child stalker, because I said they were an account that they actually weren't. That's the sort of fucked up delusions she runs with. Sorry, Trey.
No, I was going to say this. In my experience, when somebody keeps insisting that certain people are a channel with no evidence, and because we can all think, oh, I think that's that person, but to be so cocksure, every time that's happened previously, guess what? It's been the person who's calling everyone out is usually the holder of the account. That's been historically the case. And I'm not joking. Historically, when you've got someone who's continually saying it's this person, it's this person, it's this person, with no evidence, it's usually that person who is the sock. Because if the sock was attacking you, you would be genuinely wanting the real person to be held accountable, wouldn't you? You wouldn't just accuse anybody. It's like if somebody molested your child, you wouldn't want to just go and beat up anyone, would you? You'd want to go and beat up the cunt that molested the child, correct?
Correct.
And that's what gives it away, is the certainty. So, what the fuck? Hang on. Carry on, Yax, a minute.
And I have it on good authority, because I wasn't around as much, that when that channel first started attacking people, it was attacking people that most people over here don't even know. There's people that are mentioned, like Natasha Cooper and Milan. I have no idea who these people are. So, Katie, you look like a prick, because the people who do know who Milan remembers that account going after Milan and fucking Natasha Cooper, who we don't even fucking know. So when you say those things, Katie, you have to understand that the people in that community know you're a dick. And in turn, I saw a quote, because you blocked me, haven't you, Katie? Because that's what you do, because you're a shithouse. But someone sent me a quote where she said that account has never gone after Tiffany. Well, hang on a minute. That account in its previous channel played the Jeff phone call, and Tiffany struck it down with copyright strikes. So if we're working with Tiffany, why would that have happened, Katie? You see, you're not very smart, are you, Katie? You're a bit of a dick. And you just, every day and every post that you make shows people, not only people who've known you for years, but new people, that you're a knobhead. And I love that. Keep going, because it's great. The amount of support she lost by attacking Nikki and then attacking Amber. What a fucking knobhead.
Well, what she showed is that she accuses everybody of things to do with her child just because maybe they don't want to be around her. And, you know, that's the long and short of it. She's also shown that when people say she harassed Chang and used the sexual abuse, which was what tipped him over the edge.
Yep.
She's also shown that, yes, she is perfectly capable of that behaviour. Now, to be capable of that behaviour the once, but to repeat it after a man you think he's offed himself because of it.
If Chang was any friend of Katie's in the way she tries to now rewrite history, she would be running around this internet, stopping people saying smears and lies and recording people and stuff like that. That's what she would do. Her new mindset, because she lost her pal from years ago, would be to shut that sort of shit down. And instead, she's the biggest contributor. There's no one on the internet I know, and this includes fucking Tiffany, right? And she's not my favorite fucking person, as everyone knows. That's well documented. There is no one that I know on YouTube who lies and smears to the dangerous extent that fat poisonous cunt does. No one.
This is interesting. But...
make it out what you fucking want. And I've had lies told by me by many. That fucking poisonous cunt. No one on YouTube. So yes, I know. Katie, I wasn't around. I know you did what you did to Chang, just by the way you fucking acted with me. I know. Yeah. Absolutely 100%. Nothing will ever change my mind.
Now, just imagine this, though. Now, look what she did all this for, which was basically because Nikki said she didn't want her around and found her disgusting, and because, of course, Glenn was moderator, which was what set it off, supposedly. If she'll do that for that, what do you think she was like with Chang when she was just caught older Phil? She's not quite secure. It's still only an online relationship. And Chang starts speaking to me and Phil's ex. How do you think Katie would behave given how she behaved over the Nikki situation. Think about it. Now, can you imagine the shit they gave Chang? Because look, this is all just because Chang had with Nikki, because Nikki said, I don't like you for this. Look what she did. Now picture Chang befriending Phil's ex while Katie was still pursuing Phil. Think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You imagine how fucking seething she was.
Yeah. Absolutely. Nikki didn't like you, Katie. Nikki didn't like you, Katie, before she knew who me and fucking Glenn and Tracy were. All right? Deal with it. Put your big girl pants on and fucking deal with it. And Amber told you straight, didn't she, Katie? All those months ago, she told you straight that she didn't want to know you, didn't she? What did you do behind the scenes, you and Mike? Tried to bully her, yeah? And you're accusing other people of bullying people. You tried to fucking strong arm and bully Amber, and she told you both to fuck off. And that's where she stayed. See you later.
Well, to me, the fact that she's now proved what she did to Chang, she's proved it more than ever. Because, you know, when she says he was my friends, but not long ago, she was loved up with Nikki and Amber and everyone. She loved them all. They were all getting the fucking hearts and the flowers. So that's, you know, to me, anybody who ever thought, oh, I don't know, is she telling the truth about Chang? Well, look at her now. Seriously, look at her now. And the fact that even if she thought there was an abuse, which we're going to go into now, even if she thought there was an abuse, why would she try to use that on someone? Given what happened in the past with Chang, you would imagine that she'd be a little bit more careful, wouldn't you? But no.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even that didn't teach her. Now, that has to be a concern. Seriously, that has got to be a fucking concern. Because anybody, you know, come on, if you were arguing with someone online now and they off themselves because of a specific thing that you said, would you repeat that again? Would you take a chance and repeat it again? Seriously. You wouldn't, would you?
Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. You'd be the opposite.
Yeah.
You'd be the opposite. You'd be running around YouTube trying to stop people lying and smearing people because you know what happened. What that sort of actions made your friend do if he was your friend, wouldn't you, Katie?
Yes, that's what I mean. Is the fact that she would still continue just tells you what she is, how rotten she is. Chang, I only realised when I was thinking about it the other day, I thought, fuck, you know, she was with Phil by the skin of her teeth, yeah? And Natasha befriending Chang with me. Oh, that must have fucking eaten the fuck out the cunt. So let's go to this roofie shit, Yaxley.
Yes, I.
Do you want to kick it off and start off the conversation and I'll chip in, or do you want me to start off the conversation?
Well, you start off. I'm going to try and actually find something because, Mikey boy.
Well, my first question would be this. We were in London, I think, in 2022.
October 2022. So we'll say 3 years ago.
Okay, so 3 years ago, we were in London. Now, in 2024 was my birthday. So that's 2 years after. Now, Trollope and me spoke daily every day, and I think you spoke to Trollope daily up until April of 2022, correct?
24.
24.
Yeah.
So that's 2 years after. Where is Trollope Joel? Is he still just using screenshots?
Yeah, and what it does is either screenshots or someone's voice distorting the content of what they are actually saying. But
Yeah.
the problem with that is if you go back like 10 videos, then Trollope tries to make the other point. So, for example, Yaxley revenged porn Tiffany in his own words, distorts the content, and then if you go back 10 videos, Tiffany revenge porn Yaxley, and it's just all like, yeah, you're a dick, mate.
Yeah. Well, to me, why wouldn't Joel have said to me, and why isn't Joel able to open his messages live? If anybody wants to challenge me on any messages that I've shared that you've seen, and you want to say to me, go and open that live, I will share the entire screen. I will show it to you live. I will refresh the page and the same text will return because I'm not inspect element. Joel, for some reason, won't live record the page. That's the first thing you have to ask yourself is why. Now, every time I've shared messages of Trollops, I've shown me opening it live and just randomly clicking on the messages. And I could show the whole screen. If you said to me, listen, I want to see the refresh button, I can do that. So there's the first thing. The second thing is why can't Joel show messages where when I come back from London, he says, listen, are you sure everything was okay in London? Is there a chance that Yaxley did anything to you? Where is any message at all of that nature in our chat? There isn't none. Do you know why? Because it was never said. But if Trollope went to London and Trollope was ill and I thought that Katie had taken advantage of him, when he come back, I'd be saying, listen, are you sure everything's all right? Because you were ill and that, and are you sure Katie didn't do it? Where's that conversation? Why does the Trollope only have an issue with this roofie situation, which we're going to come to now? Why does Trollope only have a issue after Yaxley says, fuck off, you're deluded, and says that he wants nothing more to do with Trollope? Why? Surely that would be a concern that wouldn't take being insulted to come out. It comes out a little bit of like malice to me, because surely as friendship to me, he should have been saying, hey, listen, don't you go fucking beating him again because I'm worried, blah, blah, blah. But he's not. Why was he friends with Yaxley and continually groveling around Yaxley's ass because we've got the conversations? Why was he never saying, hey, listen, you fucking roofie Tracy, I don't want to fucking speak to you. You're a fucking pervert. Where's that conversation?
Good question.
Well, if we're together sexually, surely Yaxley wouldn't need to be roofieing me. And what business would that be? Because it would be nobody else's business, only mine and Yaxley's.
Well, you think the thing is, as soon as we mentioned we were meeting in London, I know some immature person, I'm not going to name her, I'll just call her Fatty, started making fucking cartoon videos of me and you in a double bed. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Probably.
Well, the reason why when we went live in the park in London and we were joking about everything to do with me and Tracy being romantically linked was because some pathetic little juvenile cunt was making cartoons of us in a double bed.
Yeah.
And that's why when we went live, we were saying things like, oh, hurry up, drink your drink, oh, fucking hell, yeah, all this and that. So, but the actual logistics of it, you see, you know all about that, Trollope, don't you? You know all about what happened that day. You know exactly what happened. Because I'll tell you now, when I spoke to Tracy's daughters that evening, not directly, they were on speakerphone, they didn't seem concerned. In fact, they were quite reassured that their mother was with me and I was looking after her. Isn't that right, Trollope?
Yeah, but here's another thing. we have breakfast together when I get off the coach, which was 11:30ish. Okay, I get off the coach at 11:30. For us to be eating breakfast in Weatherspoons, breakfast finishes at midday on the dot. So we know that we ate and drunk our coffee before midday, because we know that Weatherspoons stopped serving breakfasts at midday. Well, we didn't get back to the hotel till what, 7, 8 o'clock in the night?
Yeah.
Well, the roofie would have worn off by then, and I would have been going unconscious outside Buckingham Palace, which is about 15, 20 minutes away from the Weatherspoons.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the point of roofieing me?
And then going on a 3-mile journey where the Queen's coffin had travelled the week before.
And then the second place which I didn't drink, was because we went in Tesco's by Big Ben. We were just across from Westminster, yeah? We went in Tesco's, I bought stuff and I said, I don't want it. I said, do you want this? And I gave you the water. But let's pretend that I drink the water then.
Yeah.
You'd have had to carry me to the hotel, because I would have been going into pretty quick, because these drugs, they don't wait a few hours. They're quite instant. So by the time you'd have got me home, fireman carrying me through London and all that, I'd have been fully conscious by the time we got to the hotel, saying, put me down, you stupid fuck. Why are you carrying me? Where am I? You know, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But there's that as well. But there's also...
Well, can I just show something? Because...
Oh, as long as it's not that.
Yeah. This is really funny, because remember they clipped me saying to you, have you drank your coffee yet? By the way, she drank her coffee about 2 hours before. And we were fucking around in Green Park, it was, weren't it? Well, do you remember they shared that clip of that stream saying, here is Yaxley admitting to what he did to Tracy? It's like, no, I was joking around.
What roofie rapist has ever said to the person who's going to roofie, hurry up and drink your drink because I've roofied you?
Well, a couple of days ago, I noticed Mike, the actual stalker, because Mike has stalked someone in real life, haven't you, Mike? Is this up? Yeah. So yeah. He made a comment. Who jokes about putting something in someone's drink? He actually is such a creep. Hang on a minute. That was your main piece of evidence a few days ago. That was your smoking gun evidence. He actually admits to Roofie and Tracy. Now it's who jokes about putting... Oh, so you're admitting that I was joking. Well, why did you try and sell that clip to a load of strangers that it was me admitting to a crime? If you're now accepting that I was joking, whether you think I should have joked about it or not, guess what? Me and Tracy at the time did think we should have joked about it, and we had a fucking laugh doing it, didn't we, Trace? See ya.
I just think that what the laugh is, I don't think the repercussions of this will be immediate. Now, it's one thing Joel Bavacqua doing it instead of helping his wife and child, who unfortunately lost all their possessions in January 2025, were homeless and had to actually put up a begging GoFundMe. Is that grifting? They are grifting, aren't they, when they do that? Well, according to Joel. Why isn't the father providing? Do you know, if my adult child tonight lost everything, every bit of credit I could muster and everything I could get would be put towards putting them back in a house, getting them a fucking home. Why aren't you doing that, Joel, instead of acting the goat? Or does Brooke hate you so much that you're not allowed to have anything to do with your daughter? Which I think is more than likely the case, given that I've never seen you have a weekend off and you were here all over the 4 fucking Christmases messaging me. So, I don't know. Mr. Ford.
Oh dear. Never mind.
Well, look, if he's got all these concerns, his daughter was homeless. Why isn't he concerning himself with that shit? That to me is a deadbeat dad. Sorry, but it is. You know, I told my kids, you know, if on holiday I died and they couldn't afford to repatriate my body, I told them, leave me there. Don't you dare be getting GoFundMe's. Fucking hell, leave me rot over there. You know, I'm going to be in the ground. They're not going to leave me fucking sat in the sofa somewhere. Don't worry about it. You know, it's fucking hell.
Yeah.
I don't agree with all that. In Wales, any child under 18 that dies, the parents get the free funeral. Everything is free because, like, we get free prescriptions because it's not our fault we're ill. No adult in Wales will ever pay for the funeral of a child. It's all paid for. Everything, flowers, everything, cars. And not a pauper's funeral. Your child is buried for you because you're not meant to bury your child. You got enough going on without trying to finance fucking burials for kids. That's how Wales look at it. But I don't understand a man whose kids would be homeless, regardless of his feelings towards the mother.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't out grafting and sticking his fucking fat little hands in his fat little pockets. Instead of buying those fucking Jimmy Savile fucking kind of shirts with fucking. No, come on. Is he wearing that because he thinks pattern hides his fucking fat or what?
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
He looks like he could do with a fucking bra, the cunt. He got a better rack than me. If he pushed that together, he could give you a tit job. There's a fucking thought. There's a nice thought for you. No, he could. You could give him a pearl necklace and he could stick his tits together and you fucking wouldn't know that you were with a woman.
God.
Well,
dear.
You knew it wasn't going to stay good for long, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah. Oh well.
No, but there's loads of holes with that story. But the best bit for me, I know it's not as the same for you, but from my perspective is, if I look at it on a selfish perspective, to me, it shows the Chang thing. And in the future, when Katie is doing that, oh, he was my friend and I wouldn't do a thing like that, it's disgusting. People will be able to see, you absolutely would, because look at you in 2025 at the same fucking shit.
For nothing. To people who just didn't want to speak to you. Simple as that. The people who didn't want to know you fucking useless cunt.
This shit, see, is so important to her because other than Frank, who's a hostage, let's be real, other than Frank, her hostage, what has she got? Joel, a fucking troll.
Sorry, go on.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, this is when you said to me back, you talked about April 2024 when it all went off, and I told Trollop to go and fuck himself, and then he came crying to you for you to save his ass. He actually lied, and you were like, "Yeah, I already know he didn't, son. So whatever." I remember you saying to me, right? Because there was all this thing about what the three of us, me, you, and Trollop, were saying behind the scenes. No one was really saying anything except, let's give it time and see if this stroke, whatever it was, changes her as a person.
OD.
And I remember you saying to me, I don't think she's changed, Yax. I think she just came to me because she wants a troll body. And I will never fucking, the amount of times recently I've looked back on that when you said that, because that is exactly what Trollop gave her. There's no friendship there, because you were friends with each other for what, 4 years, and you never even spoke to the person. So all she needed was someone, a soundboard to run with and to fuck with people. And I remember you saying to me around that time, when you realized she was causing shit with us lot, she only wanted me as a buddy, a troll buddy to stream with and to fucking, you know, for lols and to fucking fuck with people. And I ain't doing that, Yax. I'm not about that. I fucking remember you saying it. And recently, with what she's been doing, that's been in my head. It's been in my fucking head, because that is literally what she didn't give a fuck about. Apologies. She apologized to you for everything she said. She apologized to me. She apologized to everyone.
All just to get what she needs at that point. Nothing means anything. And I think her and Joe will make a fucking good pair. He's more of a lulz cow at this point than Frank Jardim. It's that and fucking.
Also, hey, Trollop, how's it going hanging around with Zero Infinity? Would you like me to show some conversations between me and you about Zero Infinity? You fucking sellout cunt. Pony, hey, listen, I fucking destroyed you for 8 hours solid, mate. And there was nothing you could do about it. When the shit actually hit the fan and you realised, do you remember when they realised they were strong-arming you to go live about me and shit-talk me and say I was back?
No, he kept saying, I don't understand why you just won't tell the truth. So I thought, okay, I'll tell the truth. And then apparently that wasn't the truth that I was meant to be telling. I was meant to be telling a lie, but passing it off as a truth, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was all very...
Then what happened, Trollop? You got your fucking ass handed to you for what, 8 hours?
And then the funniest part was, the next day he was crying in chat saying, I can't believe you would allow Nixie and Yaxley to attack me in that way. Hang on. You were the one attacking them. I just let them respond to you. I just didn't hold their hands behind their back. But the fact that you felt that I should, very telling there, you little pussy. Nah, seriously, that is pussy.
I don't think I've ever heard you say the word pussy.
Well, I was thinking I might get like my nephew and call him a pussy-o.
Weasel. Do you know there's one word? Weasel. Weasel is.
Well, that's a weasel statement. You let Nixie and Yaxley abuse me. What were you expecting? Did you think I was going to boot him and say, fuck off? When I called Yaxley out and said, Yaxley, I felt that he was a jack of all, not a jack of all trades, and I'm all right, Jack, and he'd been a bit fucking selfish, he actually jumped the link and fronted me up, mate. He got on the stream live. He didn't wait until after and say, hey, listen, Trace, can I have a word with you? He came on live and said, hey, listen, you got it wrong, and fronted me up. You can't do that, can you pussy-o?
I wouldn't say fronted you up. I was very upset that you were thinking that.
Well, you fronted me. You came up and you fronted up what the accusation was. You jumped the fucking link and you fronted it up. Yeah. Joel didn't. He had to cried to me. I said, why did you let him abuse me?
I didn't abuse you, Joel. I completely annihilated you. And do you know something? No matter how many little pathetic videos you make, Joel, me and you both know that, don't we? And that'll do me.
And we know that you're hurt, that we both walked away. Because if you wasn't, you wouldn't give a fuck. You know, looking back. The fact that you're acting like a scorned husband. My husband didn't go off as long as you. My husband, he smashed the window and he tried to strangle me. And, you know, there was a few fucking hair-raising moments. But after about 6 months, he kind of moved on and, you know, got on with shit. You're still crying and fucking whining. I would mind if I was stuck with Katie.
What is it, 1.5 years now, isn't it?
Yeah. You know what it's like talking to her.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah.
Yeah. You know how tedious. It's just who she is. There's never any laugh or fuck all.
No, there isn't, except laughing at her. She's fucking... Yep, very funny. But anyway,
I noticed that if you remember, back when it all kicked off, I spent about 4 days ignoring Laugh at You because I wouldn't answer his messages because I was scrolling back to the beginning of me and Joel, and I live recorded it. You know, now when you go back, you can see loads of places where he's deleting stuff, and you think, you stupid cunt, I got it live recorded, you fucking clown, and then you are deleting shit.
Are you going to show the video about Inspect Element?
Can do.
So, I want to know whether you would definitely, because I thought it might be a good place to show it, because little screenshot Joey and his fucking bullshit tactics.
Well, you have to ask yourself why. There's two things you've got to ask yourself about Joel and his screen caps. One is, why can't he open it live? Number two is, why does he put little square things around the place? Is it because he's showing you sewn together screen caps to make a conversation look in a certain way? Could that be why he's hiding the times? And because it wouldn't be because he could be doxxed, because even at California time, let's say, it's not only in California that time, it's that time all over the East Coast, isn't it?
Correct.
So I believe that he hides and puts the little black lines on, hiding the time, so that because he's stitching together conversations to make it look like one conversation when it's in fact a few conversations stitched together. Just thinking that might be what is going on. Well, what other explanation is there?
Well, like you said, he can't show anything live. It has to be a little screenshot that zooms out, and he puts his little pink markers where he wants you to look. And
he covers the times, because what he's got to do is to make it look like one continual conversation, as opposed to 2 or 3 conversations stitched together that may not have even been related to each other. I just find that very strange.
It's very odd, isn't it?
I think it. I just think it's very strange. So I'll get that video now, play that, because it's only 2 minutes. And that'll give me time to grab something that I've been looking for.
Okie dokie.
What the fuck? I've hidden everything, haven't I? I've got no material. Jesus Christ almighty. Yeah, that was me showing William, thinking, oh, she's off again, is she? Well, let's prove a point. She says in this comment, I'll show you that they won't shut up and they won't stop. Okay, righto, thanks for that. And I just know that this time next year, we're all going to be talking about, have you heard about Katie? What do you think?
Don't care either way. Really don't care.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I don't care. Katie's last apology to me, which I didn't really want, because I didn't really want to be around her. When was that?
Well, I talked you into it, didn't I, really?
Well, no, just time went by and I thought, oh, what was that? The end of 2023? 2 years ago? That was the last chance for me. Don't give a fuck either way now what happens to her. I don't care. I have no... It doesn't mean anything to me. Don't care. Don't care what happens.
Right. I forgot I locked everything down. I've got no content because I was showing. The point is, okay, let's see if Katie knows everybody's quiet and nobody's saying anything. Let's see if, she takes this opportunity, because she's telling that crazy Rambo woman that how we won't stop. Okay,
Well, I
it's
took my videos and streams down before I went away on the 24th.
Well, I made my point.
Yep. Yeah, people saw that. People commented to me privately, said, "Fucking hell, she was only the other day. She was saying, watch, I won't say anything. Watch what they do." Yeah, I went and got drunk. So.
Yeah, but that's what this is more important to her than anything, you know, more important than the last years with the kids before it's no longer a kid. And that's pretty sad. Do you not think? But even now, because look, we know that she wasn't very active before the stroke because of the size of her. She won't have been able to play with him. Fucking hell. She won't have been able to do her own shoes up. Let's be fucking real. So here's that video just to remind you. And, you know, I can open up anything live and I'm happy to. So here's this. Okay, this is for the Kramer community. Anyone who was given.
Watch this very carefully, people. You see a video with a screenshot that's not live? Watch this video.
Okay, this is for the Kramer community. Anyone who receives screenshots and as evidence of something might be interested in this, but this, in this instance, is for the Kramer community. If you have somebody, particularly if they've been in TFC, this fucking community, you might want to ask them, can you show me that live recorded? Or take it with a pinch of salt, because all you see is not real. Like, you can filter pictures and iron out your wrinkles and whatnot. You can also manipulate screenshots. So I'm going to share a screen now. Now I'm going to share the entire window so that you can see everything that I'm doing. So here we go. So now you're seeing, hang on, what I'm seeing. Now, when I go over here, this is the Sky News website. And I've just chosen anything, this one, because this is what has landed. So I'm going to highlight the text. I could highlight the entire text, but this is the bit I'm going to show you. I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to inspect. Now over here, another screen has popped up. Now in a minute, you'll see a lot of text and you'll see a highlighted part. Now go to the highlighted part and again, click right. And this time go to edit as Hotmail. Okay. Now when you go to edit as Hotmail, what happens is the text pops up. So I'm going to go to here because my aim is not very good without a mouse. I'm using the laptop, so I'm not using a mouse. I'm just going to go to there. Now I've deleted what it says. And I'm putting in my own text. Now I've altered it. Now I'm going to cross it off. Now it says, oh, I left the U in. Trump says Pissing Excellence is a great channel. Send her a birthday card, okay? Now I can highlight that or not. Looks good, yeah? other than to ignore the you. That's just because I'm in a hurry. Now I can get my screen capture. I can capture that, and I have a screenshot that I can share with people. I'll do it one more time. Highlight the text that you want to alter. Right click, go to inspect. On the right, the window will pop up. Wait till you see the highlighted part. Right click, edit as Hotmail. Take out that you, because that you was what fucked me up. Cross it off. Trump says Pissing Excellence is a great channel. Send her a birthday card. Now, I could even record that live and send it to you. And you would think that that's what Sky News had as their header. And this is why you must always, if you do receive such things, say refresh the page while you're live. And then when the person refreshes the page, if it's real, the same text will appear. But if it's fake, it will go back to the original text. You should also be careful of any audio that you're sent. If you're sent audio, and it's like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, you should ask for the entire audio, or 3 or 4 minutes before and 3 or 4 minutes after, so that you can get a context, because you could be being sent somebody reading out a comment that was just posted, or somebody repeating a story, and then it's cut and in such a way that it makes it look like the person is saying it. So for instance, say now I was saying, oh yes, according to Joel, I'm a massive bitch. You could cut out the bit where it says, according to Joel, and just leave me saying, I'm a massive bitch. And then you can present it as an audio.
I think that I sent that to a few people. And I said, this is probably the most important video you'll ever see on YouTube. Because you can do that with any WhatsApp,
Any text,
Google Chat, websites. You can do it with anything.
Headline off a news page, text, WhatsApp messages, on WhatsApp web. You can't do it on a phone. It's impossible to do it on a phone. But you need to be they could inspect element and record it and then play it back to you on a phone. No, you want to see that refresh button, because when that refresh button gets pressed, if it's the truth will pop back up. But if it's not, the original text will come up.
Or make sure they're scrolling the whole conversation so that it's long, and if it's been manipulated, it's not going to stay there. Because if you're dealing with someone like Joel, who shows you one screenshot in a video, basically that screenshot says whatever he wants it to say. It might look like it's a conversation with someone else, but the words, the times and the words could be different. And Joel was busted doing that, weren't you, Joel? So be very, very careful, because if someone presents a screenshot to you, even if it's a private conversation in WhatsApp, that conversation might not be what was actually said, because you can inspect element. So there you go, Joel. What's that? 80% of your videos fucked. You're very welcome.
Well, look, here's a good example of what Joel can't do that I can do. So, hang on, I just got to have a look. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yes, that's fine. So I'm sharing now a search of my chat. Is that showing, Yax? Yeah, on screen.
It is now, yes.
Right, hang on. Let me get my fucking charger, because my fucking laptop's about to go. If you're really good at it, Daisy, CEO, you can actually get the metadata of an image and replace an image. You can delete off the metadata of one image and take a metadata of an image that you want to put out and replace it, and then cross off that window and it'll show the image you want to show. But again, if the person refreshes, so you can see here, I'm going to make it big so it's very easy. Oh, I wonder about Yaxley. So we're going to go to...
he tried his best, didn't he?
Yeah. You've chose to team up with a pathological liar named Yaxley. No, I chose to get rid of a pathological liar. I was telling you it's me or Yaxley, and I picked Yaxley. What's your fucking problem, you cunt? You told me to pick, and I picked. Right, this one here. Right, then you allowed Yaxley on your panel to continue the lies and say all kinds of nasty things about your friend of 4 to 5 years. And both Yaxley and Nixie said in unison, Trollope is the problem. Now, how can you be sure that this is real? Well, you would have to say to me, refresh it. Now, I'm not going to refresh that fucking thing a minute because, well, I will, but I got to go and see what pops up if it shows my sign-in shit. So let me stop sharing and see what happens myself when I refresh it. Hang on. I'm worried that it goes to my sign-in page.
Yeah, just make sure before you...
Yeah. No, job's a good one. Hang on, let it kick in. Let's see how long it takes to kick that back in. It's a big refresh because it's a search. See how long that takes. I'll cross some fucking windows down. Ah, there we go. It's not too long. It's quite long because it's... So let's get to that one. Where was it? You said nasty things. He actually said nasty. Ah, there we are. I'll cry bitchy to that sound. So obviously though, Yax, what you can take from that is he expected to attack you and for me to shield.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why is he upset with me that I didn't shield? So what he wanted was he wanted to attack you. And he still haven't refreshed back in.
Never mind, Trollope. You win some, you lose some. You know what I mean?
Ah, there we go. There it is. So there it is. I never asked you not to be done right. So, because it's clicked in. So I got to go back here. Here we go. Then you have Yaxley and Nixie coming in, okay? So that's the conversation there. Then you have Nixie in chat attacking. And the first one should be Yaxley has a history of breaking up. Am I showing the whole window? No, I'm not, am I? No, I'm not. I'm not showing. So I'm going to stop the share.
You're showing the whole conversation, but you're not showing your content.
Yes, I'm going to show the whole window now. Share screen. Window. Choose tab, window. Yes, right, here we go. So now you're seeing everything that I see. So let me know when it's up, Yax.
Yeah, it's up.
Okay, so you can tell these are real because when I refresh them, now it'll take a time because it's a long window and I'm coming back over here, sorry, because Yaxley, you'll have to tell me when it's up because if I come back over, it changes the window.
Okay. I'm watching it.
So just, there we go, conversations are coming back up. The search is still Yaxley because that's what we're refreshing. It might take a little minute for it to come back up because it's a big refresh. It's a lot of data that I'm asking it to refresh because of the search for Yaxley, which literally throws up thousands of hits. There it is. Yaxley has a history. Now, if Joel did that, I'm not sure that you would actually get to see what you think you'd be seeing. And I think that's why he covers the dates and the times, is so that he can stitch together a couple of conversations to make them look like they're a continuity of them. Yeah. Now, you know, back we're a bit mercurial here because, well, it's bonfire night and it sets me off. You know, you look at the situation that Katys in, to go back on that, you know, she's got a man, Frank, who claims that he cares about her, who's making posts to another woman who's 10 years... I want to get rid of that window because I think everything will move a bit quicker. He's hitting Katie off against a woman who's 10 years older than her, using the one photo of me on the left. Now, we know that they had all of these photos because to get the top left, they'd have had to share all the other photos because it was part of a collage. So, okay, that's me at the age of 50. Great skin look, no fucking wrinkles. Actually, I was 52, 53. Looking like death, but fuck me, my skin is smooth, eh? And look at that fucking tight jawline. Versus, because, you know, this is the game that we fucking play. Hang on. 2 secs.
The photograph in the middle on the left and the photograph in the middle on the right is how I remember you from meeting you. And I know that was well before that, but that's how Tracy looks.
Well, cameras weren't as shit hot as they were when these photos were taken. Yep. And the one on the left is actually a professional photo that was taken. Mm-hmm. And it's got like some dreamy filter. It's not edited. It's just got some dreamy filter to make me look nostalgic there in front of the fucking Christmas tree. I know, fucking hell. And I hate that bullshit. I'm not into it at all, but, you know, you've got to go along with it, haven't you? I want to stop that shit now. You know, Frank he's supposed to be Katie's pal, right? And this is what I don't understand. Hang on. Now, as we're using pictures of me at my worst and at death's door, this image was taken from a video, a live stream that was done on Sarah's channel, okay? It was done on Sarah's channel. Katie put on her cam and claimed that this was her with no filters, okay? And that this is the proof that she doesn't use filters in her avatar. Now, I'm not being funny, Frank. She looks just like I did when I had the cancer, except for she's a bit more fat-faced and got that little jowly thing going on. She looks fucking terrible. She looks fucking ill. And apparently she's in good health. She's fully recovered because she's running around YouTube, gonna do this till she dies. Listen, I'd be fucking scared. You're using the worst picture of me, but that's the best picture of her. That is the reality. That is the best picture. She put the camera on and I've got the actual live footage of the whole thing. And it was fucking terrible. It was fucking awful. So you can have a crack at me all you like, Frank, and I'm going to immediately go to your girlfriend and say, look what you're fucking. And look at it. It's fucking 50. Seriously. It looks just the same as me with cancer, except for it's a lot fatter than me with cancer. Crazy, isn't it?
Oh, fucking hell.
No, isn't it, though?
Yeah, I mean, look, she sent me a fucking photograph of her daughter pretending to be her a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I've been freaked out, creeped out ever since.
Listen, you look at that, those fucking eyes, look at it. It looks like it's on fucking Prozac. Now, it's a bad image because it's taken from a live stream. But you can see that there was still some kind of filter effect on the... I think she had beauty filter on, which is a bog standard smoothing thing, because you can see the brow thing. But look at this. Yes, we all have those lines, Katie, but who is the person in your avatar? You keep saying that you don't use filters. Yeah. I don't know about that. So, Frank, you can take the piss out of me all you like. I don't look like that anymore. I didn't look like that for very long, I can fucking tell you. And I was fucking seriously fucking ill. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. And what kind of man would do that? And would even take a chance that I'm going to pull up this picture and say, well, come on. Because this is only what? How long ago was she on Sarah's? How long?
Wasn't long. We're within the last month, let's say. I don't know exactly. When did you go to London?
Oh, Jesus Christ, about 3 weeks. Oh, it was for the anniversary. So it was the first week of October?
Yeah. So we'll say a month.
Katie, you look, you can see in the photo right next to it. 2 months later, I'm starting to look perky. Look at the colour of me. Don't tell me I can't go on a fucking sunbed because of cancer. I'm going on a sunbed. I look fucking deathly pale. I'm going on the sunbed. I've never been that colour again. I'll take my fucking... I don't go sunbed now. I haven't sunbedded for fucking hell. About 8 years. Now I just go out in the sun. But, so yeah, Frank, I don't know why you would even take a chance of me retaliating, because I don't mind that I looked like that, because I looked like that for a very short period of time. 3 months later, I looked like the one next to it. 4 months later, I'm starting to kick in. My hair's getting shiny again. Katie, you'll never look as good as I look there. She'll never look as good as I look right now. She's a fat, ugly cunt. That's what you pulled, Frank. You think you're such a fucking macho man because you've been going to the gym and you've got a little bit of muscle, but you can still see the empty slack skin, you know? You can still see what you are. What a weasel. Why would you pick Katie up for that, you fucking moron? Or did you not think that was going to come for serious? So, yeah. Now
he also told her to stand up.
Yeah. He said, stand up. She said, no. He said, stand up. She said, no, I'm sitting down.
Oh.
So, yeah, you can see the jowls. But maybe she got food stored in them. Who knows? Do you know, the other week, somebody sent me, it was a couple of months ago, and they sent me screenshots and said, look at this fucking greedy fat cunt. She'll never learn. And she was in a chat somewhere, and it was like 3 a.m. Kentucky saying, I'm eating chocolate pretzels. What the fucking actual fucking... You know, if I was ever that size, the last thing you'd hear me talking about is eating. I'd avoid that conversation like the fucking plague. There'd be no sound caps of me saying, yeah, I'm eating chocolate pretzels. It was like fucking 3 a.m. Can you imagine what her fucking arteries and that are like? That's why I stepped back. To me, I thought, hang on a minute. Look at the fucking state of her. Look at the mess of her. And like, I didn't bike ride for about 2 weeks. I was still bike riding shopping, which is like 2-3 miles. But I hadn't done a big one. And the other day I done a 19 mile. I'm still trying to hit 20 in one go. But it fucking killed me, actually. And when I got off the bike, I was walking like John Wayne for fucking all day. It was worse than horse riding because my muscles was fucking going. She's fucked. She is fucked. I don't have to do nothing to her. She's wasted the best years of her life fucking about online, shouting and raging at other fucking women, projecting. Now, there was one thing that I wanted to cover. Anything on you, Yax? You got anything? Because it's actually quite ridiculous, isn't it? The more you try to think about it.
Well, it's like I was saying to you earlier. I'm happy. Mission accomplished. I wanted to shine a light on her over in that community, and she not only allowed me to do it, she exposed herself big time. So cool. I'm all good with that.
Yeah. And you got Joel, his missus, these. I don't know though about these house fires. I'm wondering if there's a grift going on because Joel apparently had a house fire, which him and his daughter were lucky to escape from 3 or 4 years ago. And then his wife and child have one that the child was again lucky to escape from in January this year in the Californian fires. Those fires that was going off all around California there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost everything. I think they had about 21k on the GoFundMe.
Didn't he put up a video as well, driving through fire?
Well, it's funny that, isn't it?
Oh dear.
And there's got to be a reason why his kids don't want nothing to do with him and why he's so bitter. Look at Katie. We know what's in her life and why she would do it. Well, if you think about Joel, 1 minute he was quite a good DJ and he will have had people cheering and dancing to his music and, the fucking E-heads, they're a right old happy bunch, Well, no, they are. You put a bit of fucking drum and bass on and a good bit of fucking banging music and they're off. So he would have been used to that attention. He can't get that anymore because the rave scene is dead and there's far better DJs now than Trollope. I'm not being funny. Trollope couldn't even make it as a DJ now. Even in the rave scene, he's just not got... You got to have a bit of character now as well. It's the personality of the fucking person.
Yeah.
So to him, the thumbs up on YouTube and the comments, even if it's off raggedy fucking pig face things like tacos, well, it's better than nothing, isn't it? If you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean, but for me personally, anything to do with tacos makes me feel sick.
Yeah. Well, her husband apparently feels the same because he don't have fuck all to do with her. Don't even live in the same house.
Yeah, can't blame him.
Probably a visa situation,
Yep, probably.
Just wants a visa, but ain't prepared to lay with the fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now the thing that Joel can never explain, and I might actually make this smaller. This should kick in now. The thing that Joel doesn't explain is, and I'm now going to make this video public for people to scrutinize it. This is a 42-minute video, and it shows how they prove that Trollope, Joel Bavacqua, is Aryan Empire's Joel Bavacqua. They show all the steps throughout this video of how they're showing you their search. Now, what Joel isn't explaining is... They're showing all the shit. Look at it. Just like his channels now, look. Look at this. Hang on, now there's a reason. Now, earlier in the video, they show you going to his Aryan Empires page. And on his Aryan Empires page, he says, go and read my blog. And it's Nancy Lanza blogspot, Nancy's Revenge, okay? So what the person does is they go to their blogspot and they try to sign in to get an email notification sent to Joel. They've got a good guess of what the email is going to be because Gmail, when you ask for the notification, gives you the first few letters of the email and then at Gmail asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. So it's a matter of guessing. So this person now, and I'm going to make it big, they are about to send for the email password for the Aryan Empire's Nancy Lanza's Revenge. So you'll see them now. They're just going through the stuff. Here they go. Get the email, and it's nancylanza@gmail.com. Now it tells them that it tells the person. Now remember, this is. Let me go back to that spot. Right. It says you'll get the email notification sent to your recovery email notification, which is trolloprules@gmail. See it at the top? Now, you're not allowed to have the same Gmail. That is the Gmail that I talked to Trollop on. trolloprules@gmail.com. Okay? They've sent for the pick up the password assistance for the Aryan Empire's blog, okay, Nancy Lanza's Revenge. Once they filled it in, it says that it will send the link to the recovery email, and it names it trolloprules@gmail.com, okay? So look, they're filling it in, trolloprules@gmail.com. They're showing you, they're saying the verification notification has gone. Look, a notification is sent to the account recovery, trolloprules@gmail.com. You ain't explaining this, Joel. You can do all your paw prints all you like. You ain't explaining it. Now it's asking for the code that it's sent to trolloprules@gmail.com. But of course, the person can't fill in that code because they're not Trollop Rules. And then towards the end of the video, about here, this is how they announce that they've got, this is Trollop now admitting somebody tried to break into his email, acknowledging part of it.
Fatality.
This is Trollop's video now, made at the same period of time, saying you tried to break into my Gmail.
Hello, everyone.
So this is a Trollop Rule video showing that he got the notification. Look, Trollop Rules, you or someone who thinks they are you has requested a password reset for. Now, what happened was, where Trollop got sloppy was, Trollop's recovery for that, for all of his accounts, is Trollop Rules. When he made this video and said, oh, look, you failed because, look, you tried to get my email password, that's what they wanted. They never tried to get your email password. They just wanted you to acknowledge that you got the notification, because the notification was for Nancy Lanza, Blogspot, as advertised on Aryan Empires. You are Joel Bavacqua. End of. That's what you're not explaining. Now I'm going to put that link into the chat.
I'll be right back in 1 minute, Trace.
Yeah, and I will be making that public for you to scrutinize and I will make a post before I go. I'll write myself a note. Post video public. And anybody can go and have a look at it. That bit you're not explaining, Joel. You're not explaining, Joel, how you got the Aryan Empire notification recovery that was sent to Aryan Empires, Joel. You can do all the paw prints you like, Joel. Do you know what I would be doing if I was you, Joel? Even if your kid wants nothing to do with you and your wife for whatever reason, fuck knows what you've done. I have no idea. Because she changed her name, the kid's name. She was pretty fucking hard to, but you were fucking poking around in everybody else's business at this fucking point. I'd be perhaps buying my kids some clothes, or you're giving them some money so that they don't have to beg publicly on the internet while you're going around calling people grifters, you know. And it is funny that Yaxley says about you posting that fire video with your fucking you're not explaining that, Joel. They got you, and I know it's you. Having spoke to you for 4 years, as I go back through the conversation, I know it's you, and you know it's you. And I know you're a fat little prick who wears your nana's fucking curtains as a fucking shirt, you cunt, to try and disguise it. Jealous fucking shitless of men who can come online, have another voice, jealous of James T, Urban, fucking Yaxley, Glenn, all the men who can jump up on a panel and have their say and fucking stand by their words, you fucking pussy-o, crying to me about Yaxley being nasty to you, you stupid, simple-minded cunt.
He's all right, though, because he's now where he should be with
Exactly.
With Zero Infinity, you know? Remember what you said about Zero Infinity? I agree with you, Trollope, but you're now liking love heart in his fucking posts, you dick. Good luck.
Yeah. You know, yours was fucking mad. Let me get into that. Yours was fucking crazy. You can't answer that. You can go all around the block and all around the place. Listen, start opening things live. Okay, Tiffany busted you out. Tiffany showed that you falsify messages. She showed it live. There was no getting away from it. It's not my fucking fault she removes all her fucking shit and hides it, but she showed it. Meanwhile, you know, knowing that when Katie put her camera on, and she's fucking how she really looks, who the fuck is this then? Who is she kidding? Like, look at that. That's a fucking world of difference to the reality. You're reaching, you silly fucking fat cunt.
What the fuck?
No, what the fuck? Indeedy, what the fuck?
Oh, dear.
They look nothing like.
No wonder I'm friends with Nikki and Amber. Hey, Katie.
Fucking hell.
And Tracy. Yes, I.
It's fucking
No wonder.
pathetic. I just love it because I know Katie will never be able to step back from a camera and say, hey, look, I sorted myself out. I'm not an obese fat blob. It's easy, you know, I'm not saying she hasn't lost some weight. She has. But I'm saying that she's not lost that much weight. She probably, I reckon she was about 500 pounds. Some say 400. Let's go 400. I'd say right now she's still probably about 230, 240. Maybe more. Some people say still 3. I don't know what I am in pounds. I'd have to convert it. Hang on.
There's fucking nouts here. I could have put you over my shoulder and carried you from Parliament back to the hotel.
Unconscious. You missed the trick there, Yaxley. You should have said, I could have carried you unconscious. Off Westminster.
Yeah, not the greatest place to commit a crime in fucking Parliament Square. That's like, do you know what I'm going to do next? I'm going to go to America to commit a crime, and I'm going to do it in Times Square because I reckon I'll get away with it. You know, these massive squares full of tourists, the best place to commit crimes. Isn't that right, Katie, you fat cunt?
Right, hang on then. I'm doing my weight in pounds.
Yeah. No, that's right. What Blazing Scar's saying there. While she was in her own problems, she was running around the internet slagging other people off. And that's what this is about. I don't give a fuck what people look like.
Exactly, nor do I. But if you're going to rip me and you're going to tell me about dancing on my grave, I'm going to have something to say, especially if you look like that. I'm £123. And I'd say Katie is still a good £300. And look at that comment she made to Nikki where she said, I'm not going to stop until I die. As if that was hurting Nikki. Well, who would it hurt? It may be a blessing to her kids because I would imagine that she was very demanding because she wouldn't have been able to put her own shoes on at one point. Someone must have been wiping her ass for her because arms are a certain length and they can only go around so far. Unless she used one of them washing up brushes with a bit of toilet roll on it.
Oh, no.
Yes. Or maybe that's what she uses Frank for. She flosses.
Oh, God.
Well, look, scientifically, that's the fact. She'd have a couple of choices. She'd either have to stick a brush upside down and rub her ass like a dog, you know, on the carpet when they got an itchy hole. She will have either had to do it like that or say, can somebody come and wipe my ass for me? But there's no way her arms went round there. No fucking way. Nothing will induce me. I wonder if there's a gadget you can buy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to find one. Gadget to wipe ass when...
To wipe ass. The ass wiper gadget. New. Only $9.99.
What would you have wanted me to call it?
Bottom or something? Shows what comes up, man. The ass wiper.
Oh. Right, well, this is what... Oh, you can buy gadgets.
Yeah, and they're called bottom wipers, see? Not ass.
They are called bottom wipers.
Just Googled it.
Yes, they are.
The ass wiper reach around.
You can get a folding long handled one if you're very big. That'll help you get round there. Wow. Jesus. So there is a gadget for it. And there it is. I'm sharing the screen. Now, either she had one of them gadgets that you put a bit of toilet roll in and reach around your ass, or she wasn't doing it, or, I don't like to think of the other ors, but, you know, I've never had that indignity, Katie. Doesn't matter what, I know that you couldn't wipe your own fucking ass, and that gives me immense pleasure.
I've seen things like that before, and they weren't for wiping your ass. Carry on.
They do really make them, because how do you think they're going to manage? They couldn't manage. The only other way she'd have is to get a towel, open her legs, and do that that thong. That's the only other way. You know, I wouldn't be worrying about Yaxley roofing me. I'd be more worried about the fact that that's how big you were. And do you know, I wouldn't give a fuck. Nothing would get me in. You wouldn't be able to keep me indoors. People would be saying to me, Tracy, you're going to exhaust yourself. Stop it. Because I couldn't rest. Flossing with the towel, yes, or with Frank, because he's a long, skinny punk. She might have gripped him by the ankles and the fucking shoulders and used him. Who knows? Maybe he's such a good pal that he done it for her.
This is...
I believe that, if you look back at it, if I actually did it like a documentary, if you look, Katie was crying to Penny. I miss him so much. And he had said he didn't want to stream with her anymore and he was only going to stream with Bacon. So to me, I believe she self-harmed and I believe that's why he feels guilt-ridden.
I agree. And
that's what I think.
He ran to the hospital when he found out.
Yeah. And she said, I'm sorry, because she had... Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Desperate.
Absolutely. And then she went into a rehab place.
And then now and again, she got to wheel him out and say, can you tell them that we're friends? They're saying that we're not friends. Yeah, we're friends, because he knows what happens if you don't say it. Look at what happened to Forrest. Look what she did to him, because he didn't want to be her friend.
Yeah.
It's
all very juvenile, isn't it? All these people.
Yeah.
Me, Forrest, Nikki. We just don't want to be your friend, Katie. She can't accept it.
Yeah.
That shit. That's some serious fucking issues, man. Deluded fucker.
Because I actually walked away. I didn't want nothing to do with them at all. As it is, I am glad that they trolled me back because I had one funny year. That was a fucking hilariously funny year. And it was funnier still when I saw Joel's fucking hair and his fucking shirt. That just made my fucking year. That did. Yeah, I got this. I can see why he's jealous of Yaxley. I can see exactly why.
Well, you've either got it or you haven't, Joel. You know what I mean? What can I say?
Poor Joel.
And thanks for calling me a woman abuser, because they just keep flocking. I don't know. Maybe it's they like bad guys.
Yeah, they want a bit of hair pulling and ass slapping. Being told, get on the bed, you dirty bitch, and shut your mouth.
Oh dear.
Who wants Catherine Cookson? Like fuck, do we? That's the reality. Not quite spit and jab, but the next rung up the ladder.
Oh, God.
That only just dawned on you, didn't it?
Yeah, Ah, dear.
To go back to it, when that situation with London went off, and there was a bit of a fallout between me and you not long after. It wasn't much, but there was a bit of, I can't remember what happened. There was a moment where I did imagine that you may have got a dodgy photo of me, like, you know, when I'm eating, is a business to me.
Yeah.
It's not delicate and, oh, I must fucking chew my food 52 times.
Yeah, no.
I'm about clear the plate, let's get the fuck out of here. So I did think, oh, could he have took a photo of me eating, or did I say anything that I perhaps wouldn't? Well, but with me, I haven't got a filter. I don't give a fuck. What I say in private is pretty much what I say in public.
Yeah, definitely.
Never was there any sexual connotation on it.
Not
there
at all.
was a thought that you may have slightly took a photo of me, or slightly, you know, recorded me in a moment of being a bit more candid than, but I can't imagine what, because I pretty much say it out here anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But there was never a sexual slant on it.
There was nerves. I remember you messaging me saying you are going to go, aren't you? Because it's 5 hours for me to get there. And I said, I'll send you a fucking photos all the way through it. And I did. I sent you photos of me on the train.
Well, I wasn't well that morning, if you remember. It was touch and go whether I came. I now know all about AQIC now. So, say, you know, the AQI in London is 10 times worse than what the World Health Organization say is healthy for even healthy lungs. Are you with me? Whereas, you know, even 5 times that is small particles, it is, that set off the lungs. But what Joel doesn't tell people is that at the same period of time when I was moaning and saying, oh, I can't remember fuck all, I feel ill, what Joel isn't saying is a couple of months later, I said, listen, I feel really ill. I feel like I'm fucking dying. And we get to discussing it. And I said, look, it's just like London. Why isn't Joel sharing that message where I actually say I feel as ill as I did, just like in London? That wasn't the only time I was ill like that. I was ill a few times that year. That wasn't the only time that I was in that fucking really bad condition. But Joel has honed in on one instance. Now, Katie says, oh, what has this got to do with me? This is a conversation between you and Trollope. No, that's a chopped up conversation between me and Trollope. Go and find me anywhere talking in a sexual way about Yaxley or where there's any conversation of sex. Yeah, there might have been oh, hang on, you know, was he being fucking shady? Because we'd had a fallout and I got a little bit, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But there was never no sex talk. You brought the sex talk into it because that's where your head goes.
Do you want to run through a bit of that? That's the video I made showing our conversation leading up to London.
Hang on.
Up to you. We don't have to, but it's there. If you
Yeah, where is it? Okay, hang on. Hang on. Yeah, go on.
So this is a video that I made because Trollope made a comment, said, wrong.
I'm going to mute.
Tracy was not sick before London. There are many other conversations not published. Maybe I should. So this, you know, so I'll just take you through this a little bit. Right. So I start off and I had Tracy's permission to do this. This is the conversation. Thursday, the 13th of October, 2022. This is the conversation private between me and Tracy leading up to London. As you can see, 6:32 a.m. Can everyone see that? I'm so tired, Tracy says. I hope you're going to be there. I'm about to leave. And I say, morning at 7 o'clock, morning. Takes Tracy, I think it's 4 hours. We'll say 4 to 5 hours. It takes me an hour to get to London. Okay. So I was going to be there in plenty of time. Morning. So laters. I'm up. See you soon. Laters. I'm about to leave. And I say, I will send a photo when I get to the train station. And remember, this is a private conversation. So anything untoward, we'd have said between each other, you know, lover, whatever. Here it is. Now, this is very important. Watch this bit here. This is at 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, will do. Listen to that on the coach. This is a live stream. It's down now. I'd done a live stream the night before. Oh, will do. My chest woke up wrecked, taking a handful of meds to hopefully settle it. Anxiety makes it worse, see? Stop worrying, I said. My chest woke up wrecked. Trollope said Tracy wasn't ill. In fact, she'd been ill with a chest infection the whole week before we were due to meet, which I thought might, looking back, she should have cancelled it, but she's so fucking determined to do things. This is the whole conversation leading up to London. Chill out, listen to, right, I'm going to walk to get the coach, Sophia Gardens. Chill out, listen to my live from last night. That's an hour and a half of the journey done. It's killer this time of day. Meaning her chest, anxiety, killer this time of day. Okay, see you, raining here. I've got soaked. This is mine and Tracy's conversation that morning. Have a good journey. I will send a photo from Milton Keynes train station. Trollope had a good idea. Hang on. Trollope's chipping in on this. Let's fake going in a hotel in London. Trollope's all on board with this. Any rain in London is gone by 10 to 11. Let's fake going in a hotel in London, not ours, miles away. See if they pull any shit. I think it was you went to Africa, Tracy, and they found the hotel when you were in. So that's what that's all about. This is Trollope's idea.
As if the hotel in Africa were going to say, oh, hang on, fuck your £3,000. We're going to listen to your bullshit and fucking forego the £3,000 because you're important. Yeah, right.
This is... Don't be anxious. I'm defo coming and we'll have a laugh. And a good breakfast and a sleep. And a trip around the sights and parks of London. Let's see central London and head that way. Yes, perfect. Just let me know what you want to see and where you want to go. Tracy's only ever been to London, stopping through it, sort of like at airports and stuff. And I know it like the back of my fucking hand. So that was, you know, my bag's heavier than I thought. Fuck knows why. Just let me know where you want to go. We can dump them as soon as we meet. And we did. We dumped our bags off at one of the points where you pay and you check your bags in and, you know, they keep them. I like walking, at least 5 miles, yes. And I will square up with you what I owe. Yeah. Just normal conversation.
Because Yaxley had paid the hotel, which I didn't square up with him because he refused. Maybe that was for services rendered, eh?
So this is us. There's Tracy on the coach. Gonna sleep, if I can, a couple of hours.
Hi, Lisa.
Here we go. Just gonna get in the shower soon. I'm leaving the house just after 9. Like I said, it only takes me an hour to get to London. It takes Tracy had to leave at 7. I had to leave at, I don't know. Blah blah blah. It just goes on and it goes on. I'll send a photo when I get to the train station. There you go. Milton Keynes train station. There's the departures. There's Tracy on the coach. So we communicated all the way through. There's me on the train.
But I was saying from 6 a.m, I feel rough. I ain't doing good.
London Euston. That's me arriving in London Euston. And this is me tracking Tracy's coach. This is me outside where Tracy was getting her coach to, and I was going to meet her. The conversation goes on. It's saying about half an hour, but you are only 5 minutes from Earl's Court, so fuck knows. Just dropping off. We're at Earl's Court. And there's me. I sat on a table at a bar. There's a bar here, right outside London Victoria Coach Station, and a bottle of cider. That's the view from my table. There you go. The whole conversation. But the main thing was, I think later on in there, I'm not going to play it. You apologise for being ill and all of this shit. But the main thing was, Trollope said wrong. Tracy wasn't ill before London. The first part of the conversation was Tracy saying,
what do I actually say? I say I'm fucking wrecked, don't I? My lungs are bad.
my chest woke up wrecked, taking a handful of meds to hopefully settle it. Chest was wrecked. You'd had a chest infection for the week leading up to it.
Yeah, what I did was I had taken the antibiotics, but I wouldn't take the steroids because they make me a bit punchy, like I can get into a fight, you know, very easily. So I took a handful of steroids to make that trip, but it wasn't enough.
This is near the end. This is the conversation. This is the next day, the 14th, because we obviously stayed overnight. And this is Tracy on the coach on the way home. I just got home. It's been pissing down here all day. Here's Tracy. I think you're on the bridge there, Trace.
Yeah. Just coming into Wales.
Nice one. Are you feeling any better, I say? No, not at all. Tracy says pneumonia and potential sepsis. Ambulance is on the way.
That was when I got gotten off.
Oh my fucking God, please let me know you're okay. No matter what time, please keep me updated. This is what I say to Tracy.
What had happened was the chest infection was poisoning my blood. So it was no longer just in my chest. I was generally ill. I was sweating. I remember that journey home, Yax. I had put my head forward on the seat in front of me, and I was going in and out of fucking sleep all the way home. It was fucking terrible because That's the natural body reaction, is to make you go to sleep. That's how you recover. Meanwhile, I'm going to share this.
Hang on. Cheers, Yax. Nice day. I enjoyed it, but I wish you was in better fettle. Next time I'll come to Cardiff. Just get yourself right and please let me know. I won't say a word to anyone until I hear from you. Pneumonia. Here it is. Pneumonia. That's why tearful and achy. Sorry, I was no good to stream. This is the conversation after London, people. Yeah, so you share with
Yes, because I kept feeling incredibly sad. When I was feeling ill, I also was having waves of incredible sadness. And on the way home, I just was crying. There was tears. It was the most I've ever cried without actually having a crying face. The tears, seriously, I could have filled a fucking teacup because I was getting emotional. Well, that's when I started to know, oh, hang on, I'm infected, because I remembered other times that you kind of get emotional. I don't know what the fuck it is. Now I'm going to share this.
Can I just say though, Tracy, even though you was ill, we still had an absolute ball. And it wasn't really until you sat on the floor of that tube train with that woman that you really became really, really bad.
Yeah, because we should never have gone in the subway.
No,
I would have probably been I would have probably still been as ill, but not as fast. It would have probably got me on the way home.
But the thing is, you were sort of apologising. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't in good fettle. But okay, we sat down in Parliament Square and stuff. But even then, we had a
but you didn't get the full flavour of me.
No, I know, but it was.
It was probably gladly that way though, because I'm a pretty live wire. Like, I'm not sure you would have handled me. So I'm going to share just to make a point, and if anybody needs me to refresh this, reopen it, whatever, I can refresh. So this is now the day after. Okay, Trollope says to me, I hope you're getting back to... No, this is not the day after. When was London, Yax? 2022, yeah?
It was, it was the 13th of October, 2022.
Okay, 18th of October, 2023. How weird is this? A year later, look. Sorry, I'm having waves of sickness, cold inside, terrible sore throat, lymphedema flared up in my arm. Just sleep, like when Yaxley was in London. I've no choice but to sleep. Fuck, I'm sorry to hear that, Trollope says. So doctor just says you have to fight it off, right? Started rescue pack antibiotics. But if it's viral, they won't help alleviate. They just protect me from getting infections. I just can't wake up. So a year later, I say, sorry, I'm having waves of sickness, cold inside, terrible sore throat, lymphedema arm flared up in my arm, just need sleep, can't not sleep, like when Yaxley was live in London. So if you look here, I say, just can't not sleep, because I was going in and out of consciousness then. That was a year later. You see, my problem was my psychiatrist, my counsellor, not psychiatrist, my counsellor, when I told her that, she said, what I said, the steroids drive me nuts. And she said, Tracy, why are you taking the steroids? So I said, because they make the antibiotics work faster. She said, listen, as long as you take the antibiotics, I wouldn't take the steroids if they make you angry. So I said, do you think? So she said, yes. So what happened was, when I had an exacerbation of my asthma, I listened to her and I only took the antibiotics. So twice I didn't take the steroids. I never fully got over it because the steroids open up the fucking breathing. I was only getting myself half better. So I had a year of keeping going downhill. And then when I said to the doctor, I'm not fucking taking steroids, I'll tell you now, for nothing, they make me wild. And he said, listen, you have to take the fucking steroids. So I started. The next time I had a chest infection, I took the steroids. Actually, I was like a spring chicken within 4 fucking days, fucking running around all over the place. So,
interesting. A year later, you have the same sort of episode.
Yeah, this is the time of year.
Just gonna say, the time of year when everything goes colder and darker and shit.
It's the damp. The damp is the one that fucks me. The rain.
And you actually referenced the year before in London to Trollope. It's the same as London. I can't stop sleeping.
And it's the same as London. I just cannot not sleep. Now, what was happening with you, Yax? I kept falling asleep.
Correct.
That's part of it, because when your body is under that much of an attack and you've neglected and you've let the infection go, the infection wasn't just in my lungs, it was in my fucking blood.
Mm-hmm.
And that was and you have to finish the steroid script. Now, the other thing I was doing, Lisa, was this. Like with Yaxley, I had the steroids, I got like a year's worth because they were giving them to me and I wasn't taking them. I got a fucking cupboard full of the fucking things. What I would do, though, is if I wanted to, say, paint a room, or I had to say, if one of my daughters said, "Oh, will you take the kids out because I'm stuck in work? I need to be fit, and have energy." Then I would swallow, say, 6 steroids, just for swallow 6 in a hit, but not take them as a course. So that day I'd be running around like a spring chicken. I'd be up for 2 days, no fucking sleep, and then I'd sleep for a week. Listen, I will never, well, I'm looking after myself now. I at the first sign of, I understand my body better now, because I understand that the air quality, you see, what happened is, Yax, the air quality in London is 10 times the safe zone that the World Health Organization, and the advice is to people like me, stay the fuck away, stay indoors. That's what it tells me at them levels. Now here I watch the AQI and say it gets quite high. I just think, right, I ain't fucking going out. I'll go out later in the night. And the AQI might drop by 5 by the night. It's to do with, it's not pollen that gets me, because there's no pollen in October. It's the damp and the sudden cold. So I'm going out of a warm house with the heating on, and then I go into a very cold, damp place. My lungs start going into spasms. It's fucking, but I know my body now and I understand it.
Well, that's another problem with the tube. It's not heated neither, because it's so far down.
That is the most evil place I've ever breathed in my life. I'm telling you, that is evil. When I went at Mount Etna, which is the volcano in Tenerife, it says if you've got asthma or anything, don't go past this point. Well, of course, because I'm me, I go past that point. I was up there, and I tell you, it's like being fucking strangled. But there's a smell of sulfur up there. And when you're breathing it in, you kind of taste it in your throat. That's what was happening in the subway. I could taste the fucking diesel in my nose, everything. It was That's the most evil place I've ever been.
But a year later, you have a turn. You speak to Trollope privately about it. You reference you feel the same as you did in London. And
with Yaxley, and I can't stay awake.
And Trollope doesn't mention anything about anything untoward happening in London.
No.
In that conversation. Doesn't say, hang on a minute, what actually happened in London? So basically, Trollope and Katie are the sort of people that a year after that, well, not necessarily a year, but around April, May to 2024, they concocted a story that I roofied you, you enjoyed it. So basically, Trollope and Katie are the sort of people who will make up a fantasy story about rape.
Yeah, and the only time there was ever any doubt about you was there was a little bit of a fallout. I can't remember over what. And I did say, I hope you haven't got fucking been taking any pictures of me fucking eating and that. Because I was so comfortable with you Whereas if I just met, say, if I was out on a date, I wouldn't eat that fast and that comfortable. I'm more,
Yeah, no.
I'm
There was
more
no airs and
comfortable
graces.
and stocking and sitting. Yes.
Yeah.
That meal would have took me half an hour because I'd be putting my knife and fork down, having a little swig and being all dainty, if you like.
Mm-hmm.
I was just ravenous. I've been on the coach. I've taken steroids, so I'm like a bullock wanting food because I was healthy at that point. I just wanted food. I was hungry from the steroids because the steroids were giving me a little bit of some kind of help. But it was as we started to get into the smog and shit, it just I just couldn't fight it, man. And I think that I was also had slept on the coach, so I was quite, when you first thing in the morning, you're always a little bit better than last thing at night. You seem to feel iller, don't you, as the day goes on? It's always in the night. Why doesn't Trollope share that message? So I'm going to show that once more because people might say, but you said inspect elements, so I'm not going to show. I'm going to show the...
Have you got an answer for this, Joel? Have you got any answers for any of this that's being said or not? So, because...
Right, so am I sharing a window or a tab? That's what I need.
You are sharing the StreamYard. So if you go...
Great, so I'm sharing the whole thing.
Yes.
Right, so now are you seeing my Gmail?
Yes.
Right, so the search was just like London with Yaxley. There it is, yeah? So it brings up 2. So you said the 2 it brings up is one you saying, I know London like the back of my hand. And the other one is me saying, terrible sore throat, lymphedema flared up in my arm, just can't not sleep. Can't not sleep, meaning I can't stay awake. Like when Yaxley was live in London, I have no choice but to sleep, show more. Now, I can refresh that page. It'll take a minute to come back, but it's going to come back. Oh, I can go back, sorry.
Email, yeah.
Yeah, let me know when it pops up, Yax. I'm blind. You can filibuster while I'm sat waiting.
Well, there's not a lot really needs saying. Just that...
Here we go.
Like I said,
it's coming up.
And Katie are the type of people who will fabricate a story about date rape. Now, let that sink in, people. Let that fucking sink in.
Yes, but also after Katie already has history of harassing another man over being sexually abused, a man who really was sexually abused. There it is. It's back, look. Refreshed it. There it is. There it is, and if I click on it, it's going to open up it'll open up me and Trollope talking about it. Here it comes. I'll make it bigger. It'll kick in now.
Now cast your minds back. Now cast your minds back to poor Chang and what happened to him.
Indeed.
Tell us again, Katie. Tell us again, Katie. Tell us again, Katie.
There it is. Sorry, I'm having waves of sickness, colds inside, terrible sore throat.
Just 1 second, Tracy. What does Trollope say? I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
The doctor says just to sleep it off or get through it. It doesn't say, hang on a minute, you haven't been meeting with Yaxley again, have you, a year later?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, Trollope, you fucking cunt.
I do have home now and I will take them, but I was very reluctant to take the steroids because they can do fucking mad things to you if you take them too often. But touch wood, it's October now. This is the time of year that, and I now know what it is when there's a lot of cloud overhead, the fumes from the cars, the carbon monoxide, the pollen, just general, people got their heating on, which is pumping out small particle matters. They're called PMA, particle matter something. They're more than 2 millimeters. What happens is the cloud cover, because it's winter and raining, that stops it going up into the atmosphere, so it's all low. I go out, breathe a lungful, and boom. Whereas in the summer, the skies are clear, it can all go upwards, you know.
I just went away the other week last week, and the cloud was so low that we couldn't see anything. So it was fucking bollocks. The weather was shit. It was. Do you know something? Usually when I go away, because the clocks go back the last weekend in October over here, it's the Saturday night, Sunday morning. But because the Saturday was the 1st and the Sunday was the 2nd of November, the clocks went back on Saturday the 25th when I got there. So usually it's the end of the week. Fuck me, you won't believe how much that changed that fucking week, you know. It was fucked up. But yeah, the weather, the cloud base, everything. I know exactly what you mean, because one of my hobbies involves that. So yeah, I get it. It was fucking shit.
Yeah, no, because it stops it raising upwards. So it's all trapped in the atmosphere. Someone like me goes out, breathes it in. Plus, I'm a bastard I go out for a walk with the dog, say, or I'm out. You know, when I come in, I take my wet coat off, but often the damp will have gone through. If it's torrential, it'll have gone through your coat. I sit in the fucking wet clothes and let them dry. And you just can't. Now I run home, rip my wet clothes off and get my pajamas on. It's just a matter of fucking taking a bit more care of myself. I didn't have it last year, and I'm not having it this year.
The problem is London's a fucking big day, no matter when you go. Especially if you do the Queen's Coffin. Well, we didn't necessarily do the Queen's Coffin fucking route, but you do that. That's why that coffin took that route. Straight up Buck Palace, Green Park, James's Park, fucking Oscars Parade, turn right, Downing Street, Whitehall, Parliament Square, boom. There you go. So, yeah, Katie, so it's not looking good, is it? Your white nationalist, supremacist, Nazi, woman-abusing, rapist claims. I don't know, Katie. You just keep opening that fucking big fat mouth of yours, because I'm loving the way you're exposing yourself, you prick.
Well, she has, and for me, the fact that she's showing that everything that's been said about Chang is spot on, everything.
Yeah, she killed him. Simple. She made him take his own life because she fucking hassled him online. She probably didn't know anything about him except what he'd shared, and she used what he'd shared to fucking fight back at him, to throw back at him. And he obviously, I don't know the guy, never did. He was obviously a bit mentally unstable or mentally weak, and it fucking fucked with him. And that's where he is now. But you won't do that to me, Katie. And not only will you not do it to me, I'll make sure you don't do it to people like Nikki and Amber who I care about, and I'll make sure that people like Nikki and Amber know exactly what the fuck you are, you fucking poisonous vile cunt.
It was much worse than that for Chang. What it was this. Chang come from a family of, farmers, and the whole family stayed. They live and born on the farm, and they don't, they probably go to school till fucking the age, but Chang was the oldest son. He was running the farm. Chang's home was on the farm, which was owned by his mum and dad. But he was the oldest son, so it was him feeding the goats and all of that shit and doing the repairs. If they'd have known that Chang had spoken about private family business to strangers, making accusations about family members, he would have lost everything. His job, his home, his wife was there, he had a kid there. But it would have also destroyed his mother, his relationship with his brothers and sisters. It was a really big bubble of things. It wasn't just a, ha, you've been abused, and him thinking, oh, they're laughing at me. It was the implications of this being out, his family finding out. So just to remind ourselves, Katie has confirmed these screen caps, because Katie said on Frank's live stream, the thing that pisses me off, they only show mine and Phil's screen caps. This is Katie to Chang. Jesus, I need a Chang to English dictionary. Does he not understand? She's talking to Mr. Anonymous Dick. Does he not understand that the trolls are onto him and the way he's playing both sides against the middle? And then the next screen cap, which we know are real, because Katie complained to Frank, why is it only mine and Phil's comments on that video? Then she says directly to Chang, you have no idea what's on my scorecard, bitch. I'll have you tap dancing like a flailing fucking faggot boy. Make no mistakes of that. I don't make promises, statements I cannot make good on. You'll see. Does that sound like she was his pal? Or does this sound like a similar woman who was threatening Nikki the other day? I ain't going to stop until I die. Then she says to him, eat a dick, you sawed-off little prick. You want to play with the dark side? You got it, bitch. Be forewarned, you're going to need the jaws of life to pull the plungers out of your ass that I fully intend to ram up your ass, motherfucker. Nice.
No love arts, notice. There's no love arts there.
Oh, no love arts. And
no
then,
sweetie. No sweetie.
Now, this is a very important one. You are an embarrassment to yourself and to the group. Your alliance with Tracy and Natasha means you have made even more enemies than you could ever hope for. You better wear Kevlar, bitch, because until your runoff YT is going to be non-stop. That's a fact, Jack. Now think about to Nikki. I'm not going to stop till I die. It's going to be non-stop until you run off YT. And then her husband, because it was a very romantic situation, said, you admitted you talked to Tracy and are friends with her. You waste of skin, redneck, toothless faggot. What's next? You going to cuddle up to single dad and his little love affair with a 17-year-old? I've caught you in so many lies and others sit by not seeing it. They will see it soon, just like I proved Von was a pedo. Start with me and I'll fuck your world up and piss on your grave. Know it. Now, if I was fighting with Chang, why was they saying you admitted you talked to Tracy? And then a little bit further, shut the fuck up, Chang. Get the fuck off. You always say you're not one of the groups, so stop sucking the fucking troll tit. And then he says, so many people had your back at the start of this, but you, Scooby-Doo, were the one spreading people's shit everywhere. You stuck Annie in the back and you know it. You deserve what's coming to you, bitch. Suck my fucking anonymous cock and go tackle a fridge. You started this, bitch. No one else. You and your drunk faggot ways. Go grab a flea-infested blanket, because you and Natasha are number one on my list. That's what it was always about, wasn't it, Katie? That I was friends with Natasha and you were the fucking having her sloppy seconds, because you like to talk about sloppy seconds. You had Natasha's sloppy seconds. But Phil had been around a lot more than that. But you had Natasha's sloppy seconds. And you were so fucking jealous of her. And so when Chang made good with not just me, but Natasha, that ate you up, didn't it, Katie? It ate you right up, didn't it, you big fat cunt?
And you can see the same sort of threats that she was making to Nikki and Amber and people like that.
Yeah.
People who've done nothing to her except say, I just don't want to know you. Don't come around here.
And you know this audio that somebody put music on? This is the actual video that she drops. Is the audio, because nobody would touch the video of the Chang talking about the sexual abuse. This was the video she makes, the audio that somebody put a bit of music on, threatening him that she's got his audio recorded. This is her voice telling him, well, listen to
me in the back would be mutual annihilation. I would destroy you and post everything I had on you. would be mutual annihilation. I told you if you stabbed me in the back, it would be mutual annihilation. I would destroy you and post everything I had on you. Just everything I had on you. Just everything I had on you. Just everything I had on you. Mutual annihilation. I told you if you stabbed me in the back, it would be mutual annihilation. I would destroy you and post everything I had on you. Just everything I had on you. Just everything I had on you. Just everything I had on you.
And some things never change, eh? 2025, no evolution. No, not even the smartness to think I can't be linked with another fucking taking the piss out of fucking supposed victims of sexual abuse. You know what I mean? And here she is. It doesn't matter so much for Trollope because Trollope isn't linked to Chang. But the fact that she's linked to Chang, one day in the snowball, people will say in 2014 she did this to Chang, 2011 she did this to Chang, and look, years she is in 2025 making fun of someone else. This is all, what a history, man. What an internet skid mark. Correct. What the actual fuck. And, you know, people will say, well, how do we know those screen captures are real? Well, I'll tell you how we know. Because we have a live stream of Katie saying to Frank, the thing about the video on Southern Latrine is, why is it they've only got mine and Phil's comments up? Why did they remove Pam's? So she acknowledges that that video, that those are her words. Those ain't a screen cap that you can say, oh, no, that's Inspect Element, because it goes right alongside Katie, and nobody knew about Inspect Element. When's that video made? Let's have a look. Oh, my God, May the 8th, 2012. None of us knew about Inspect Element then. We only all knew about Inspect Element at what? 2017, 2016, and I couldn't do it. It took me months to be able to work it out what they were doing, even watching videos and following it. You saw when I was trying to do it, I left the U in the trump. You know, sometimes you can spend 10 minutes trying to do it and you won't get it right. Mm-hmm. But once you know how to do it, it's easy. That's why I wouldn't trust Joel. I've just shown you Joel's messages. I've shown you the whole page, and I've shown you me refreshing it. Why can't Joel do that? Why do you think Joel can't do that, Yaxley? What's your thought on it?
Well, I can't refresh and show live.
Yeah.
Because, well, it's not great to give kudos to Tiffany, but that video that he did, and I think we've got a live stream of us going through it, of me talking through it. He hasn't posted the stupid. See, the problem is Tracy doesn't watch Trollope's videos. People tell her about it. She just doesn't like it. But he made a video about Tiffany, and Tiffany turned around and thought to herself, hang on, I never said that. I know for a fact I never said it. She went back over her conversation with Trollope and realized that things had been changed and deleted and altered. What she'd actually said had been deleted, and he'd added something in. And then she broke it down, and then we broke it down on a live stream, which you probably still have. So basically with the Inspect Element, and we've only... See, you can say you're anonymous, you don't do panels, you don't want to use your voice, you don't like this, you don't like that, to keep your anonymity. But that's Trollope's in to say it.
No, that's Trollope's way of hiding from...
Yes, and then saying, here's a screenshot, believe what it says. Because if it was me, and I was on this panel showing a screenshot that people were dubious about, they would say, well, refresh it. You know, I'd be in a... Like you've just done, I'd be in a state where people would challenge me, and I'd say, all right, I'll refresh it. Trollope's not in that, because Trollope won't even do a private StreamYard with anyone, even to type. So when Tracy says, oh, it's a woman, it's not. But that is the whole composite of Trollope is, it's very weaselly. It's no name, no voice, no face. Here's my fabricated evidence. And it's probably the shithousery way of making a point on the internet, because you hope that there are fucking idiots like Wyoming who will fucking watch what you've put and just believe it without even questioning any of it, without even questioning it. And the great example is 2 weeks ago, they were saying that a clip of me saying, "Oh, have you drank your coffee yet?" was proof me admitting a crime. And now they're saying, how disgusting for someone to joke about something like that. And that's how they do it. They present
Well,
the
how
evidence how they want.
disgusting for people to use something like that.
Correct.
Especially after Chang. Now, what Katie doesn't realise is Joel's leading her down a merry path, whereas it means something much bigger when you see people do it because of Chang, doesn't it? Whereas it's not so bad for her. But Katie, with her history, that's just another nail in the coffin of Chang, to me.
Yeah, she's basically showing that she is prepared to make up the most heinous allegations about people she doesn't truly know, even with the history of contributing to someone's death. And she's still doing it. That's an evil piece of shit. And that's why people don't want to know her. Not because we tell them. Nikki didn't want to know her well before she knew who I was. I just started speaking to Nikki a few months ago when I noticed that Katie was back down there fucking love-hearting everyone. And I was like, hey, you showed us lot respect once upon a time. I'm now going to show you respect and help you out. I didn't plan on becoming the friends with her. We just did. We started speaking, not about YouTube, about Britain. And, you know, Nikki's got relatives who live over here and I know London quite well. And we just hit it off. And me and Amber have been friends for, well, you know, for months and months and months. And Amber's the same. Amber knows what you tried to do, Katie. That's why she fucking hates you, because of what you did, not because of what I did, you fucking prick. So, yeah, it's as simple as that.
But she wasn't even smart enough to think, I'm going to show that they're fucking wrong.
No, she's completely... Everything... Look, they're making out like there's some big conspiracy behind the scenes, right? I can count on one hand the amount of conversations I had with Amber and Nikki about Katie until I unhid my account, right? If they wanted to know something or ask me about something, of course I'd fucking tell them. If there was something I felt they needed to know, of course I would tell them. The beauty of it is that everything that they were thinking and everything that I could back up and say is true, she proved herself. The minute I unhid, there was no, remember, the initial lies were Glenn and Tracy are running with Tiffany. There was no Yaxley, there was no Tony, there was no Nikki, there was no Amber. I unhid my channel. Nikki called Katie out. She started lying, saying that Nikki was working with TT6 and you. And then I unhid my channel and said, actually, Katie, that's not true. I've been speaking to Nikki. Not TT6, not Tracy, me. And then she changed it from TT6, you, to fucking me, Tiffany, Tracy, TT6, Amber, Nick, the whole, Tony. Where the fuck was Tony coming to this? He doesn't even know who Nikki and Amber are. Never mind fucking Milan and Natasha Cooper. The fuck? Fuck off. And that's
You're
how
right. You're right, Yax. You're right, Yax. And until you appeared, you weren't on the list. She just modified
the list.
Yeah.
The original lie was that Nikki was in a private group chat with TT6.
Yes.
And then she said she threw your name in there and I wasn't mentioned. Once I unhid my channel and exposed her and made her feel so small that she'd wasted months trying to find people who were dumb to believe her shit and that it was never going to work. She was so bitter about it. She threw my name into the mix. Nikki and Amber made it clear that they just didn't want to be part of a friend with her or whatever it was. They didn't want to be associated with her. So she threw their name in. So now the list is just, I don't even know how many people are on the fucking list. I think there's about 10 people we're all, basically, we've all got a voice. We're all prepared to say what we want to say. That includes me, you, Nikki, Amber, Sofa, Glenn, CEO, everyone has been on panels and will speak their mind and say what they've got to say. But apparently, according to fucking that fat, useless piece of shit, we're also behind the scenes running an account that doesn't really do anything except play fucking videos from years ago. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me, Katie. Sorry. Because if I've got something to say to you, you fat cunt, I'll say it on air or on my channel, like I have done tonight. And I've once again proved that you're a lying piece of shit who will go to any lengths to lie and smear about someone just because someone doesn't want to be your friend. You fucking useless juvenile cunt. Grow up.
Sad. It's pathetic. And when she said, I'm going to not stop doing this till I die, you know, like I probably see my grandkids and do more with them than she does with that fucking kid. It's fucking shocking.
Thing is, she's saying things like that. Nikki don't care about you, man. Nikki probably won't even mention you again. You've exposed yourself. That's it. That's good enough. Amber doesn't care. She's not even on YouTube. She don't give a shit. She made a few posts the other day because of the fucking threats you made. I probably won't be going over to that community again. My job's done over there, man. You've exposed yourself. That's all I wanted. People who I speak to privately who are over there, they can get hold of me privately. I don't need to be in that community. But you won't be in it, will you, Katie? You'll only be in it with people who are fucking dumb as fuck or lack morality and only care about their own ass. Anyone with a brain who actually cares about what's right and wrong won't touch you with a fucking barge pole because they know you're a fucking evil, poisonous, disturbed piece of shit. And that'll do me. The job's a good one.
Ugly inside and out.
Correct.
You know she liked you though, Yax. That's why she was sending you the pictures of it.
Yeah, she's spotted it. She's calling Amber sloppy seconds.
What was she saying to you? She was saying, I'm way more attractive than Tiffany and shit.
She said to me, I'm not fat, Yax. They keep calling me fat. Here's a picture of me. And it was a fucking 19-year-old daughter. Fucking stupid fat cunt.
Yeah.
Calling Amber sloppy seconds. Check the mirror, love. Because I'll tell you what.
She's sloppy seconds with Natasha.
I can't even begin to fucking explain how fucking Amber is compared to you, you fat, ugly, witch-nosed cunt. Fuck me. Go and look in the mirror, you fucking ugly cunt.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Because she was so ugly when she was morbidly obese, because that's the correct terminology for that size, she now thinks she's attractive because it's better than what she was, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, she's just a poisonous.
Whereas when you like when she put the thing on, when she smiles, the cunt looks like she looks like her nose could touch her fucking chin. No,
what's with all the mad eyes and that? What's with all of them features and that?
She's not all there. Her mind is gone.
See, the thing is, right, Katie, let me give you a bit of advice. And I'm a man, so this might be slightly off, but I'm quite experienced. Confident women like Nikki and Amber, I'm not going to mention anyone in this pocket, I'm talking about over there. Confident women who have things going for them don't need to beat down on other people. But I'll tell you what else they do, Katie. They don't want to be around poisonous people like you.
They also, yes, and it's not just because you say, oh, I love you, sweetie.
Nikki and Amber have been friends for 7 years. Now, they don't have any battles. They don't want to be better looking than each other. They don't want to be more confident than each other. They fit in together as friends. It's as simple as that. And poisonous, vile, ugly, fucking rank bitches like you will never be able to slot in with women like that. Because they're beautiful inside and outside, Katie. They don't want to. Women like you are not the sort of people they want to be chilling with. And that's why they ultimately took a disliking to you before anyone over here said anything. Because they're confident.
Well, no, because Katie mistakes, you see. There's women who rip other women down because they're usually fat and ugly and, you know, are what they are. And there are women who build up other women. And Katie doesn't understand the difference between being genuinely nice and saying, oh, that's nice, she goes overboard. Oh, sweetie, and I love you, sweetie. Get the fuck out of here, you know, get the fuck. Because if they said one word she didn't like, within 2 fucking minutes, she'd be hating on him.
Yeah.
What do you reckon to that picture then, Yaxley?
I'd go with the one on the left. In fact, if I ever see one of them in Parliament Square,
oh my God.
but it's true. Katie, you're only going to attract. You see, Lisa Lake laughing at Wyoming. Wyoming, right, is a fucking complete
lunatic.
A lunatic, right? And that lunatic flip flops and jumps fences willy nilly. They're the only people who are going to give you an audience. People who are fucked in the head themselves. People who are confident and strong and confident in their looks and themselves. The shit that Nikki and Amber have taken as women on this platform. People have said Nikki's photos are fake. They said Amber's fucking can't dance, can't they? And they're still doing what they do. And do you know what's appealing about women like that is you're on the same level as them. So as a bloke looking at those two in that community, you think, fucking hell, they're sound. They're up because they're nice. They're not up themselves. And they've taken so much shit and it just fucking falls off. The water falls off them like off a duck's back. They're like, I don't give a fuck. I am who I am and I'm doing what I do. And that's
it does crack me up when she says, I'm never going to stop, as if that, you know, because it don't affect my life. I'm often out and about and I meet people for breakfast and she's acting like she's hurting other people. I'm sure you're happy that you're online.
People are laughing at you, Katie. They don't give a fuck about you. No one. She made this. You see, me and Amber were speaking, and we were speaking mostly about offline stuff, right? We've got the same sort of interest in music, and you know, we've both got daughters. Amber's daughter's at the stage where she's getting right into her music, and she's fucking brilliant. Like she's a proper rock chick, and that, you know, she's so proud of her, and that's cool. But we had conversations where it was like, yeah, Katie's still fucking love bombing everyone, and she tries to make out like it was some sort of bank job planning, you know, oh, you go there at that point. No, it was just comments. We just, you know, of course we spoke about YouTube now and then, but I would rather speak to Amber about anything other than YouTube because there's so much that we speak about. It's the same with Nikki. Nikki wants to talk about fucking Britain and where her family are from and her heritage and that. I don't want to talk about fucking cunts like you, but she tried to turn it into something it wasn't. It's like, oh yeah, Katie's still over there fucking love bombing. Oh, is she? So I had a bit of spare time. I thought, I'll have a check on that. And I saw you, Katie. I saw you loving everyone. Have you ever seen Amber or Nikki go into a chat and go, hi, I love you, red heart, red heart, red heart, red heart, red heart. Hello, I love you. No, they just go, hey, hey.
Trollope used to say to me, oh my God, she's fucking calling me sweetie. She just sent me a load of love hearts. I swear to God.
Yeah.
You know, that's the laughish. Joel thinks he's being clever because he thinks he's playing Katie. I suspect that Frank can't be that stupid that he don't know what Joel's up to. He can't.
Yeah, they're just using him at the moment, isn't he? I mean, Frank and Joel, fucking hell. Who would have ever thought they would be in the same fucking chat room? Never mind fucking wrenching each other and fucking sharing videos and shit. What a load of...
And Trollope still won't walk back that. Trollope still won't walk back the Frank box. Yeah. I've said if he can get Trollope to walk him back, I'll even pretend I never rung the police. Can't get more fairer than that, can I? I'll even pretend that I never ever called the police.
The thing is, I mean, it's before my time, but from what I know of it all, doxing Frank was one of Joel's major missions. And so
it was all you thought. He was comparing fucking hands and fucking teeth, freckles, wrinkles, anything.
And to have spent all that time doing it to then end up in the same chats going, yeah, all right, Agent 19, what a fucking, you're a pair of pussy cunts.
Yeah.
If that was real life where I'm from, you'd get thrown through a fucking window, not fucking wrenched. Oh, hi. Yeah, I've never had a problem with you, really. Fuck off. Grow some balls, you fucking pair of pussies.
Yeah, but he can't. He wears his nana's shirt, his nana's curtains at his shirt. Come on. It's not good.
Oh, dear.
Indeed, oh dear.
Yeah, the one on the left for me, Trace. Have you got a number?
Look, the mouth and everything, look at the mouth. The straight across, no lip. Look at the fucking nose. I'm telling you. That is it. So Frank can post a picture of me looking like that all he likes. I looked like that for what? A couple of months. Anybody who didn't know me when I was ill wouldn't even know that was me.
Absolutely no way. Listen, I've met this woman in real life. There is no fucking way she looks like anything like that photograph that Frank bans around. I'm telling you that. Absolutely.
I'm proud of that photo. I'm the person who posted that photo. It was part of a collage.
What was the Lisa says she took her last vid on Tracy down fast. I don't know what video, Lisa, but she's been shit posting for weeks. But the ironic thing was she was like, I'm not going to say anything, and they're just going to carry on. And none of us
Wyoming, yes, Wyoming doesn't want me to see it. Yeah, Wyoming doesn't want me to see it because she knows. Listen, she's the most embarrassing creature ever. You know, it's a filthy, foul woman. It's like a dude. It's like it's like the female version of Rambo.
Yeah.
You know, we're family member at one point when she was threatening me and Glenn and making silly posts, come up and said, listen, will you stop this? We've asked you to stop this. And so that tells me she's got a history that her family are well aware of what kind of a lunatic bastard she is.
Stop it or you go back in the cupboard. Yeah, she's fucking mental, man. She's fucking well out there. Crazy.
Hideous.
I mean, I'm all for the Second Amendment, man. I wish we had a Second Amendment in Britain. But when I see her fucking videos, fuck me. Get rid of it. You know what I mean?
And then she's saying, she's making these silly posts to me and hanging around with that fat loony. And then she's saying to people, oh, I'm having a giveaway, as if anyone sane would want to give them an address. Who the fuck would want to wear that weirdo knowing where they lived?
The best one is when she goes, I know, I've known Troll Team 6 for years and seen what they've got up to. When Yaxley came to Jamie's, a couple of things wrong with that. I'm not in Troll Team 6. I think you'll find, not that there's anything wrong with Troll Team 6. And when I came to your pocket, I was helping Jamie out. And I only stopped helping him out when he decided to speak to Tiffany again. And everything I said while I was in your pocket was the truth, Wyoming. So all of these wonderful tales about this GT6, man.
Well, I don't see your relatives popping up and saying, Yaxley, stop this. We've asked you to stop doing this. That's when you know that they're crackers.
Yeah. Completely and utterly insane, that fucking
crackers.
Thing. Yeah. Nutcase. Total nut job. And I love, you know what I do love though? So please carry on doing this, Wyoming. The videos that no one watches where it's like, well, I'm sick of the drama. So I ain't going to be doing the drama anymore. An hour later. I'm just going to concentrate on my rocks and my budgets, man.
I just find it really distasteful that Frank Jardim is having a crack at me on his community post because he's like a fucking woman. When there's this, now are you ready? I don't think you've seen all these.
Don't gross me out, Trace. Don't gross me out, Trace.
No, these are the actual still images taken from the Sarah live stream.
Oh, no, I haven't seen it.
No, wait, you haven't seen nothing yet. So hang on. That's the first one. This was her showing, and she was saying, I don't wear filters. This was the proof that she doesn't wear filters. You ready for the next one? Oh, not that way. So we go that way.
Wyoming, nutcase. Oh, God.
You ready? And Frank wants to take the piss out of me. These are all taken.
It looks like she's just sat on a fucking broom handle or something. Oh, didn't know that was there.
Ironically, she was saying to me, I had a lazy eye in her rant. Would you like some more? These were all taken very recently from the Sarah live stream, as we're wanting to be posting me. There's another one.
No.
That hair don't look nothing like that hair in the fucking profile picture.
Go and have it done, man. The fuck? Go and have it done.
There we are. So, Frank, you carry on, Frank, because you're a man. I'm going to pit myself off to the woman who's attached to you. And I'm sorry, but you helped expose her for how she, when she was saying, I don't wear filters, do I? And he said, I don't use filters on my picture. He said, put your camera on. She said, I don't use filters. He said, put your camera on. And she did. And this is what popped up.
Oh, dear.
I got it live. If you want to say that I fucking photoshopped it, I was like, I was busy screenshotting it whilst recording it because I was thinking, is she real? Is she really going to have him using my cancer pic when she's looking like that? Are you fucking mad? That ain't gonna happen. Not without me responding. I'm going to show you something.
Lisa, don't. That's her preppers pack she bought off Alex Jones, just in case the New World Order get her. She's got chili in a bag, man. Have you seen that?
And the laugh is that he used to come on with a balaclava on, acting like he's fucking sane and acting like the voice of reason, as if people should want to listen to him. Nah, come on.
Oh dear. I remember once he said he wanted to debate me about engineering. I was like, dude, you're not qualified enough. You know what I mean? Do you know the guy I was away with last week works for Rolls-Royce on the engines. So maybe you could take us both on, Frank, if you want. I'm a Miller Turner, or well, I was, and my very good friend of mine works on the engines of Rolls-Royce. So maybe you could do a dual thing where you could bust us both out. What a fucking tool. Go and get us some education, and then you'll be in a place to debate me, you prick. Fucking idiot. What a fucking knob jockey, man.
Yeah, and then having that thing that fuck knows. I believe he bought his wife anyway. I believe it was a marriage of convenience for her to get the fuck out of wherever she come from. And for him, it was the only way he could get a woman. Tell me, what is the difference between this?
Oh, God, look at the pointiness on it.
No, keep looking at it a minute.
I know, but she's fucked up the filtering. It's all point. Oh, look at the chin. Looks like it's a separate bit that you have to buy to put on.
Like a marionette, like a puppet. Now,
Mr. Potato Head or whatever he's called. You have to stick bits on. Here's the nose.
Now, can you remember that image?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Now tell me it's not the spitting image of that.
Oh, no.
Tell me you cannot see.
What the fuck is that?
That is the... Have you ever seen the film Don't Look Back with Donald Sutherland?
No.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's the little midget that comes out and stabs everyone. He's only about 3 foot. He's fucking terrifying. Tell me that don't look like her.
No, that's
With the nose and shit. Oh,
God. Oh dear.
Glenn used to dread me saying, "Can I share something?" Because
Yeah.
controlling the stream. I'd say, "Can I share something, please?" He'd say, "Yeah, go on then." You can share anything. I think you fool. Yeah. If you haven't watched that film, listen, it's an old one. It's called Don't Look Now. It frightened the life out of me when I watched it. I was about 15 and that fucking frightened me. And I watched it again then in my 20s and it still frightened me then. And the other night it was on Film 4 and I thought, oh, shall I watch that? And then I thought, no, because I'll be creeped out when I go to bed. It's one of the most creepy ass films I've ever seen. And it's centered around that little midget. Because there's something creepy about midgets anyway. But if they look like that, it's particularly creepy. So I think we've pretty much covered everything we wanted to cover, haven't we?
I think we have.
Because there is the question of why Trollope never showed the message where I say, nearly a year to the day, actually.
Yeah.
And I've opened that live. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be funny that he never shared that.
It's very, very well. It's very funny that a year later, when you made reference to falling asleep in London in the hotel, while I was live, by the way, not sure if I was going to roofie someone. The best thing to do would be a live stream, but whatever. You make reference to the London event, and doesn't even say
Yaks.
Yeah.
But isn't it funny that Trollope was so adamant that I wasn't ill on that journey? What I can't work out is, does he think that we can't go back to the conversation of where we were that morning? Obviously, we were making plans. I know that was fucking coming on you, telling everyone how we should behave ourselves. And the Somerset Gimpy, actually.
Listen, once we'd met and had breakfast, and then it was quite a bit of a journey to Green Park, if you remember, because we had to go. Once we'd got to Green Park and started smoking weed, we were so comfortable, we just laughed our fucking heads off all the way through it. And maybe Trollope was a bit butthurt by it all.
I think he's jealous.
Yeah.
I think envious that he's always got to hide because he's pretended to be a woman and because he's made so many enemies of people he's stabbed in the back over the years. He's always got to look over his fat little shoulders.
And he doesn't get very many victories. He doesn't upload a video and thinks, that's the one, you can't answer that, because there isn't a video that can't be answered.
Yeah.
It's like there's no...
And there's still the question why he can't open anything live and just show it and refresh. I just showed you how to do it. It's easy. You just share the whole tab, Trollope. You don't even have to speak, Joel. You could do it all on mute. We don't have to hear your voice or see you. We just need you to show us your Gmail and show us these conversations. Open them live. Refresh the page, Joel. Do you watch? You know the conversation we had the chat where we used to talk about Katie and shit. Do you think Trollope ever made her a moderator in that chat? Oh,
I don't know.
I don't reckon.
Have you got the chat?
Which one?
The one with Katie in? Because there was the one with the three of us in, weren't there?
No, I signed it over to them, didn't I?
Oh, okay. Well,
but there was one that was, oh no, we've got it, Integrity.
That's not got Katie.
Ah, no, I signed the one over with me, you, and
Tracy,
yes, the Chang Katie one, she was already in. But I wondered if Joel has ever opened up the other conversations and chats we had. You know, where we were sharing stuff and saving stuff. Or do you think no?
I think Trollope was pretty miffed that you took the integrity chat, because it's got it all in there, hasn't it, Trollope?
No.
All the secrets in there, Trollope, about what you really think.
And I took the data chat, and I took the Molly chat.
Good.
And you'll never see a leak about Molly coming from me, and you'll never see a leak because I prevented Joel from being able to leak it.
Yeah.
You know, when you were away, mind, I have never said this publicly, but I'm going to now.
What?
For the first few weeks that you were away, the first 3-4 months. No, how long were you quiet for? Yeah.
When was this? This time?
Now, this time round, yeah. How long were you able?
Middle of April. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Well, let's say 6 months, because I came back in October. 6 months.
Right. Do you know what? Every day for months, the first 2-3 months, I had Tier 5 laugh at you and Amy Eureka, Crater Face, giving me hell over you and the lady who we don't mention. And Crater Face Amy was saying, Yaxley will never have peace to speak to another female again. Online, we're going to make sure of it. How ironic, there you were speaking to a couple of ladies online. And you know what makes me think you pair of shit houses? Not a word now you're back. Not a fucking word. No challenge from laugh at you to go live and shred you like he claimed he was going to. What?
That was so funny. That was so funny.
Embarrassing.
So funny. Yeah, really embarrassing. Really,
they went on and on for months. They wouldn't leave me alone. It was ridiculous. Yeah, I think Trollope was jealous. And I think we can say that in a joke, but I do actually think he really was jealous. And if you noticed, Trollope was always kicking people from my chat, and it was people who knew what Trollope was. I'm gutted because I really liked Chinada, Chinada, however you say it. I didn't know what Joel had done to him, and what he had done, caused to get done to his father. I didn't know none of that.
I know the name, but I don't know what.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had part of it. Well, Trollope had doxed him, and then Monty was making calls and calling Chinada's father, dubbing Chinada's voice to calling Chinada's father a paedophile and things.
Wow.
Trying to wreck the business, but it all started with Joel for no reason other than mischief making, doxing Chinada.
Weird that, innit? Because all I know about Chinada is that he was anti-GDL as well. He was anti-Nazi, and he was calling them out, and he was exposing handsome truth, the same as what I did. That's weird, Trollope, isn't it? Isn't that very, very weird? I don't know the guy. I don't know the guy. So, but I know that he was kind of on the side of the fence that we were on, if you know what I mean. I
just think that Trollope is what a trifling arsehole. And he got a kid who's fucking just gotten over an house fire. You think he'd have better things to be doing with his fucking time? But no, apparently not.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
So.
What's happening? Anything happening around and about? Because everybody's very quiet. I haven't seen nothing at Tiffany because I am subbed to her. I'm not getting any notifications. I think I'm not even getting notifications on Glenn, funny enough. But when I go and look, he's made a post. But I don't get any notification on him.
I think there is a problem with YouTube because Amber did some post. I was speaking to Amber the other day, and she was like, "Oh, I have to go. I'm at the hair salon." And I said, "Oh, right, nice one." And then about a couple of hours later, she did a post showing her new hair off. And the next time I spoke to her, I didn't know about that post. And that was when she made a post to Katie.
Yeah.
And I went to a channel. She messaged me and said, I've just made a post to Katie. And I went, oh, right, I'll go and check it out. And I saw, and I was like, oh, fucking hell. Hang on a minute. I didn't get a notification that you had uploaded a photo after the hair salon. So if I hadn't have been actually gone to a channel, I wouldn't have got the notification. So I don't know what's going on, but it's happening with a few of my subs where they post or do a video and it's not in my feed. And unless I actually physically go to the channel, I don't know it's happened. Not with everyone, but with some people. And that happened to me the other day with Amber. She was like, oh, I'm at the hair salon. And it didn't look anything like that. Didn't look anything like that fat cunt on there.
Listen, you ain't got this is what life is going to look like for me. For the next few weeks. I usually got Christmas bought and paid for by the first week of October. And I've usually got them wrapped by the first week of November. We're in November and I haven't bought a fucking thing other than a Christmas house. So I'm going to be getting ready and buying the presents. I got a grandchild on the way. I'm going to be looking after kids. I'm still in the middle of decorating my house and getting things done. And I still want to keep nice and slim so that I can wear nice tight Levi jeans, Katie, and not have to slob around in my pajamas or a pair of leggings or my nana's shirt. My nana's curtains. Listen, Yaxley, when you grow your hair like that and it's that fucking flimsy and you're wearing a shirt like that, look at the gunt on him. And he was making fun of me, showing me off on a scooter. You could do it getting on a scooter, you fat cunt. You might not be that size. I wasn't that fat, surely. Nah.
The face doesn't look real. It looks like something off the Muppet Show.
Projections, the Yax.
Yeah, it doesn't look real. His face, it looks like something off the Muppet Show.
Yeah.
Someone's got his hand up his back, going, nah, 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 nah. You know what I mean? I don't get it. But yeah, I get it, Joel. I would be jealous as well because I know, you like the Smiths and that. I'm a Mancunian, aren't I? And you used to kiss my ass over that, and then you started calling me a Mancoon without realizing. You smash your fucking.
Imagine him in the morning laying with that bit of flimsy hair on the pillow, spread out like a halo.
What's going on with the shirt? What's the deal? I don't.
Well, he thinks the patterns hide the fucking chub. He thinks it's hiding that big old belly. See?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's quite recent. He's actually been wearing that shirt out.
Really?
Yeah, he wore it to a TV interview. No, you couldn't. He probably tried a plain one on sea and thought, oh my God, look at my gunt. What would Katie say if she saw that? She'd be calling you a fucking linebacker. That's what she'd be saying. So, any last shots?
Nah. It's been good. It's been good to come back and expose you again, Katie, for everyone to see, a whole new community. I've really enjoyed it. And thank you very much for your cooperation, Katie, because like I said, I couldn't have done it without you because you've got such
my God, there's something we forgot, Yax. The most important part.
Oh, I wasn't going to. I thought you were.
Oh, I'm going to mention it.
Oh, get ready, everyone.
Right, get ready, everybody, now. Katie is at the moment part of a class lawsuit suing a teacher for an assault on their child. They're looking to be compensated. Now, I'm not saying that the teacher hasn't belted kids, but because Katie is the complainant on behalf of her son, and she says things like, my son was always coming home with injuries and bruises, I'm concerned that she may be telling lies because she has a propensity to tell lies based around her child. She's recently accused Nikki of going at her child, and everybody goes at her child. So if you look up the case things, I'll be able to help you with the name of the solicitors now. Let me just get that for you. I got in contact with the solicitors about 2 weeks ago, and I said, I think I've got some information that you may find interesting. You're defending Erin Horn. I'll have to get the email up now. He's coming anyway. He's just turning round. And I'm concerned that one of the parents, who's part of the action, has got some kind of mental illness. She accuses everybody of, and I listed off, for sale on Craigslist, animal heads on animal bodies for porn, on the dark web for sale. And then I put together a load of links of different videos of Katie actually saying these things. And then I put a file together and showed all the screenshots of her posts where she's making these accusations. And I said, look, basically, I'm a bit concerned that maybe you should look into this one and maybe cross-examine her and not take her evidence at face value, because she does have a habit. Now, the solicitors, hang on a second, I'll go to that Gmail. I'll tell you the names of them. They've asked that if anybody else got any more files. Now, I've linked them, of course, to her channels now, and there's a few posts there where she's saying about people harassing her children. I sent them some channels with unlisted videos. I've sent some conversations that Yaxley gave me from his WhatsApp, where she's telling him all about the terrible things and SWAT teams coming through her door at 2 a.m. and all of this shit. The solicitors who are dealing with Erin Horn now know, Katie, that you are a habitual liar, and that many of your lies are about your child and what people have done to him. I think you're going to have a right old time of it in that when it goes to court, Katie, because I think they're going to cross-examine you and maybe even confront you with some of your audio and ask you, was your child really for sale on Craigslist? Did somebody really stick your children's heads on animal porn? He was so interested, Katie. So let me just share the name of the solicitors with you all. And then if anybody has, which Glenn, I know Glenn has, I know other people have, if you've got any audio or any live screen captures of Katie accusing people of stalking and harassing her child, or you being accusing you, the solicitors are Mosley, MOWSLEY, at elpolaw.com. And if you just put in the CC, Raceland Worthington Independent School Action. And the other solicitor is, hang on, CPRIEST at elpolaw.com. I'll make a post for you. Anyway, those solicitors are interested. If anyone's got anything of Katie saying that her children have been threatened by you or anyone else, any children for sale on Craigslist, on the dark web, people going for her child, people harassing her child, everything you got, I will make a post. The solicitors are very interested. What do you think, Yax?
Yeah, so basically, we've contacted the solicitors. Like Tracy says, we're not getting involved in the lawsuit as a whole. We're just bringing to the attention of the defence solicitors something which may be pertinent to the court case to make sure that justice is done in that courtroom. Now, they're very, very interested in what we had to say, and they've asked for as much information as possible for anyone who has been the victim of Katie slurring them about attacking their children. So anyone who's got anything at all where Katie is accusing them of whatever it is with their children, read Tracy's post. You can always reach out to me or Tracy and we'll help you, but they're very, very interested in what we've got to say. So, yeah.
They certainly are.
To be said, really.
I'm going to get the two solicitors now for you. Yes, they're very interested. And then they asked me if they emailed me then from another email, but this is the first one. Those are the solicitors that are dealing with the case. And as you know, Katie does lie about her son. I explained to him that I thought she had some kind of a mental illness. One of the plaintiffs, Catherine Joy Childers, has an internet history of making false allegations of abuse of her son, Max. She has been reported to CPS for stating these disturbing claims in front of her son. Catherine has been online for over a decade telling the outlandish stories of people bullying, attacking, stalking, threatening her son. A man known as Montegraph of the Montegraph channel has an active restraining order on her to prevent her from making spurious allegations against him regarding her child. Some say she has a mental illness because the lies she tells are outrageous and frankly impossible. They all have the same theme: people hurting, threatening, or abusing, selling her children. She's also has malingering, claiming multiple illnesses: a brain tumor in 2011 with months to live, heart failure 2011, months to live, awaiting heart transplant, various cancers, 3 strokes in the past 18 months, as well as pneumonia several times, broken ribs. It's all in here. She is, and these are the files they have sent. Accusations of children in bestiality type videos, photoshopping their heads on animal bodies, having sex. She publicly made this accusation in 2011 and again in 2023-24. She has also accused a woman called Pamela Cook of doing the same, as well as 2 other people, namely Peter Braden Landon, Peter Landon, and Cheryl Gamble. In all, she has accused at least 12 people of crimes against his son. She has accused 3 different people of putting 2 of her children for sale on Craigslist under the heading pedo playthings. So, Katie, this is where now is going to start to cost you money, you bullshit. Because I'm sick of you and your lies to do with your kids. Now, it didn't teach you a lesson contacting social services saying, look, this person keeps saying that these things are happening to her children. Can you look into them? That didn't cure you. Let's see if losing you a big chunk of money, they're going to drop you out of that case quicker than shit off a stick. Or in the very least, they're going to say that you might not be as deserved as much money as you should have been, because you have got a propensity for telling fibs. They may even question you, Katie, and make you discuss these claims and play your videos in the court. Imagine that. Imagine you denying saying those things and then them playing you saying my children on animal bodies fucking. What do you reckon, Yax? I would like to be in that.
I'll tell you now, a good defence lawyer is going to fuck her up big time. She's done.
Oh, aye. Because if I was the defence lawyer, I'd be all over her like
they will absolutely crucify her.
Yeah.
With what they've already got. So if anyone has got any more, because listen, these guys need everything. With what they've already got,
it won't stop the other mothers getting
a
payout because, the one mother's got proof. She's got the camera evidence.
Yeah.
But just because the other mothers have proof, it doesn't mean that Katie was to say, Listen, is she ever honest, or does she embellish and exaggerate everything we know of?
She's never ever told the truth ever.
Right. So what's saying she's telling the truth against this woman?
Correct.
Now, I'm saying this woman should be punished, but for what she's done, not what she hasn't done.
Agreed.
So that might explain another reason why I cleared off my channel, Katie. I like to show willing and show able there. Anyway, Yaxley, it's been fun. I'll make a post later and point you in the direction, and
reach out to them, guys. If you've got anything, reach out to them. They're waiting to hear. They're desperately wanting as much as
I sent about, fucking hell, it must have been about 25 different streams of her talking about different shit. They've got the bestiality one. They've got the kids for sale on the dark web. They had SWAT teams coming through my door at 1 a.m. Frightening my kids. They got that one. They've got various audios of her saying they're going after my kids. They're doing this. They're doing that. So anyway, I was just trying to be helpful.
Correct.
Because,
well, justice always needs to be done.
Well, no, it'll help her out anyway, because if she's being truthful, no problem. No problem. If those things happened, she'll be able to sit there swearing on the Bible that, yes, they happened. I don't know whether they'll say, did you report any of these incidents or any? I don't know how far they'll go. But anyway, let's not waffle on. So that there, see, actually, it had to be done.
It did.
She's using the kid. She's still doing it even now. Even on people like Nikki. She was accusing Amber the other day of going after the kid.
Yeah,
now, I don't comment many places, but I actually commented on Amber's and said, even when I was rowing with you, you didn't act like that. There's no history of it.
Amber's one of the nicest people on YouTube, in as much as she's too nice. She's naive, so she gets herself. But I'll tell you one thing, and I have been speaking to Amber off YouTube, and I've been away myself 6 months. She's learned so fucking much about YouTube. She's bulletproof now. She don't give a fuck. And I was surprised the other day because she went, I'm going to make a post. And she fucking went off and made a post. And I jumped on the post and I was like, yeah, And that was because of you, Katie. You fucked yourself up, Katie. You went after Nikki and Amber, who were very, very popular all right, not everyone likes them, but they're popular to the right people, and you fucked yourself, man. Even the people who are still letting you in their chat have fucking got their eye on you. Don't you worry about that, Katie. Eh? Don't you worry about that.
Although I sent the solicitor the channels that she uses.
Yeah.
I live recorded. Like use a video that she. Hang on, I'm trying to stop the fucking thing. This is a video that she's got hidden, but the solicitor has heard it, seen the screenshots, got a link to the channel. This is one she's hiding on unlisted. This is called I Have Something to Say to Amber. About Amber, okay? This was posted 3 days ago. In the description, she says, you and your friends targeted my child because I was nice to you when people were attacking you over the past 2 years. Yaxley did live streams revealing your private messages to him. He intimidated you into giving him his way and having me blocked. She cannot accept that somebody just don't like her. The whole roofie rape thing came from Tracy in March, before I ever had a truce. No, Katie, you claimed live that you had audio of Yaxley saying he was going to rape Tiffany with drugs. You said you had that audio and that you were going to show it.
With Scotty.
With Scotty. Yes. Right, listen to this. Listen to how nutty she sounds at the beginning of this. I'm not going to play it all because it's the same old.
Well, if Amber has moved on and wasn't around YouTube, why is she messaging Yaxley and saying this?
See how she started with the silly Marilyn Monroe breathy voice, but she couldn't keep it up, you are.
Well, if Amber has moved on and wasn't around YouTube, why is she messaging Yaxley and saying this?
See how the voice dropped? Boom.
I have been speaking with Amber.
Then she plays off something.
Behind
No, she plays
Amber.
off. She plays off what I said on Nikki's.
I have been.
Yes,
has
here's
moved
the most
on.
interesting thing. Listen to the switch in character and look how many seconds it takes. Here we go. We're at 0 seconds.
Well, if Amber has moved on and wasn't around YouTube, why is she
5 seconds. And that voice changed. Boom.
See, here's the problem, Katie. Here's the problem. I unhid my channel and said what I said on Nikki's panel because you were falsely accusing Nikki of being in group chats with TT6 and Tracy. You were lying.
Again.
So, and I'll be honest with you, a part of me really wanted to take the credit for it because I wanted you to know that no matter what, I'm always going to fucking expose you. So I unhid my channel, and you see, I don't lie. So I told the truth. I told how I'd always been speaking to Amber and how what Amber had said a couple of times, not all the times, we were speaking for months, had led me, when I had some spare time, to watch you trying to fucking nobble people I cared about. Now, you can make out of that what you want, but Amber saying, oh yeah, Katie's still over there, fucking love bombing people, an off-the-cuff comment is not what you're trying, this spurious behind the scenes. Amber has been gone. 95% of my conversations over 6 months with Amber was not about YouTube. Not about YouTube. You can't accept that. You can't accept that me and Amber jumped on a panel with me and Glenn. We sorted everything out. I didn't even know you and Mike were still trying to strong arm her behind the scenes. I didn't know that you'd asked Amber to send you my voice clips so you could play them. But here's the problem. Amber knew that by what you and Mike were saying behind the scenes, you weren't trying to help her. You weren't trying to solve any problems she had. You were trying to make them worse. You wanted a full all-out war, and she didn't, which is why she jumped on that stream and fucking fronted me and Glenn. And I swear to God, the amount of respect that I had for her for that, of course we were still going to be friends. We sorted it all out. But you wanted a full-scale war, and when she told you no thanks, me and Yaxley are good, you and Mike blocked her, threatened her, said, oh, you're a piece of shit. That's what happened, Katie. You fucked yourself because you're an arsehole. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And me and Amber carried on speaking ever after. And it's not about YouTube. Me and Amber speak about music. More than anything, we speak about music. That's it. Simple. I went to a gig in July. There was a band that was supporting the